At last you've arrived. Good, good. There is much to do and every moment is critical. I'm Overseer Tremel. For decades, I've administered the trials that prove who is and is not worthy to join the Sith Order. The trials are a chance to weed out the weak. Those who face them either survive and become Sith, or die.
I think I'll take the first option.
I didn't bring you here for levity. Yes, you are here and ahead of schedule because of me. I expect you to obey. You face your trials, you serve me, and I will make you the most powerful acolyte here.
Sounds like a plan.
The trials themselves are difficult enough, but they are hardly the greatest threat you face. There's an acolyte here named Vemrin. He's your enemy, and he will try to kill you. We must prepare you.
How is it I already have an enemy?
All you need to know is that you are a threat to him, and he to you. We'll make sure you can stand up to that threat. That practice sword you've arrived with is insufficient. The blade of lesser acolytes. You need a dominating weapon. In the tomb of Ajunta Paul, there's an old armory. A strong Sith warblade awaits you there. The tomb is thick with claw slugs. Deadly, savage creatures. Be speedy but careful. They've been the end of many an acolyte.
Then I'll have something in common with the beasts.
Once you acquire the warblade, I suggest you spend some time in the tomb bloodying it. Then come to me in my chambers in the academy.
Hey there, Acolyte. Hold on a moment. Let me get a look at you. So you're Overseer Tremel's secret weapon. Impressive, to be sure. Afraid the old man waited too long to make his move, though. I'm Vemrin, and unlike you, I've fought and bled for everything I have. I demand respect.
Are you saying I haven't earned my way?
Please, everyone knows what Tremel is doing. If Overseer Tremel had made his move a year ago when I first arrived, he might have had a chance. But now, too little, too late.
This is ridiculous, Vemrin. Let's just kill him and hide the body.
We're not on Balmorra anymore, Dolgus. There are rules, traditions. We'll leave the shortcuts to Overseer Tremel and his last pathetic hope here.
I'm going to take what's yours, and then I'm going to kill you.
You have no idea the enemy you're making. Coming, Dolgus?
Be right there, Vemrin. Listen to me, you useless priss. Acolytes aren't allowed to murder each other. But accidents happen. It isn't murder without witnesses. No more warnings. Vemrin's the alpha monster here. You go after Vemrin, you die.
Good. You've returned. You seem to be in one piece. Tell me, how do you like your new blade?
I suppose this is sufficient.
What are you doing, Father? I only just got my warblade and I've been here 6 months.
I have my reasons, Escala. And you will not breathe a word of this to anyone. Do you hear?
Yes. Yes, Father.
Acolyte, this is Escala, my daughter. She's one of the advanced students here. On her way to becoming Sith. If she minds herself.
I'll keep quiet about your new charge, Father. But I won't be there if whatever you're planning blows up in your face.
Don't mind her, she's just sore that I'm keeping secrets. She growls, but she's loyal. Now, I thought I heard Vemrin's voice in the adjacent chamber before you arrived. Did he make his move so soon?
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
If he didn't attack, he must not fully comprehend the threat you represent. Good, good. Still, I'd hoped we'd have more time. Vemrin's not the type to sniff around for too long before trying to take a bite. In a drive for sheer numbers, the criteria for Academy admittance has been relaxed. Now anyone with Force sensitivity is allowed entrance. Vemrin, is mixed blood, the invisible rot eating at the foundation of the Empire. He must not be allowed to advance.
So, you're an elitist snob?
You say that like it's a bad thing. It's the Sith way. Only the best, only the most pure, should be good enough. Unfortunately, Vemrin's caught the eye of Darth Barris, one of the most influential Sith Lords. He's being groomed to be Barris's new apprentice. As Darth Barris's apprentice, the power at Vemrin's fingertips will be considerable. He could change the Sith for the worse. You must proceed to your next trial immediately. I want you to interrogate 3 prisoners in the Academy jails and decide their fates. Consider each criminal's story carefully. The decisions you make will be scrutinized, so let your passions guide your judgments.
I will handle it.
Go to the Academy prison. Speak to head jailer Nash and return to me after you've passed judgment on the prisoners.
One more chirp from you, little bird, and you'll regret it.
Chirp, chirp, chirp. Ow, jerk! If you don't like that, just say so. I can do other animals too. Dire cat, frog dog, waking monkey lizard, you name it.
You, I'm Jailer Nash. I run these cells and slave pits. You're the acolyte Tremel sent for the test, right? He thinks highly of you.
Let's cut to the chase.
No skin off my rump. Now, these 3 prisoners have been transferred here for your inspection. You gotta interrogate them as needed, and then decide their fate. The convicted are usually executed, or given a trial by combat to see if they're worthy. Whatever you decide, you will be the one to carry out the sentence.
As it should be.
Fine. Let's get started. This one on the left.
You freaks aren't getting anything new out of me. Just do whatever you're gonna do.
Let me make this plain as day. If you don't cooperate, I will kill you.
I'm not afraid to die.
Impudent to the last. As I was saying, she was sent to kill an Imperial spy in the Yavin system. Throughout her torture, she maintained that she was hired anonymously.
Get it through your damn head! I had no idea he was Imperial, and I don't know who hired me.
So you're telling me you're not a Republic assassin?
I'm not political. I work for whoever pays.
The point is, she doesn't deny the charge. So now you must decide. Execution or trial by combat. Which do you choose?
Neither, actually. She could prove useful. Send her to Imperial Intelligence.
I won't work for free.
You spared her. Interesting.
Please, I am a fellow Sith. Judge me with an open mind and grant me trial by combat, I beg you.
Your name, now.
This pile of waste is Davotech. Once a valued Sith champion, until he botched an important mission and caused 1,000 Imperial deaths. Now look at him.
I served faithfully for 24 years. Then one mistake, and they threw me away. Now I have been left here to rot. Please, let me feel the weight of a weapon once more.
I don't do charity work. Feel the weight of a weapon in your throat.
I die a disgrace.
Good. I won't have to look at his sad, weathered face anymore. Thank you.
That man served for a long time. You should be more respectful.
Well, this last prisoner's a bit of a puzzle. He's called Breg, and he's a jittery little wretch, suspected of supplying forged documents to Republic agents. Strangely enough, he maintains his innocence, despite being severely tortured.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
Come on, who would go to all the trouble of setting you up?
Nibikak nakamak, nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek.
He's never wavered from that line, and the evidence is circumstantial. I suppose it's actually possible he didn't do it. So, what do you decide?
I don't care if he's innocent or not. Torture him enough and he'll confess.
Jepankam. Banu banakam memka kwipum.
Shut up, you fidgety fool. The decision's been made. Well, that's that. You're an interesting one, kid. I can see why people are keeping tabs on you. Head back to Overseer Tremel. See what he thinks of your choices.
Is this everything?
Everything Lord Renning was able to obtain, yes.
Then run back to your master in the beast pens before I cut you in half. Sorry to make you wait, Acolyte. These interruptions are incredibly annoying. On to the business at hand, your test in the jails. First, the assassin, Solentz. She attempted to kill an Imperial spy, but was unaware of her client's affiliation. You assigned her to Imperial intelligence. I commend you, that was excellent thinking. Never waste a potential resource.
Of course, the answer was obvious.
Obvious to you, but not to many who have come before you. Now, Devotek, the former warrior. He wanted combat, but you struck him down. Perfect. The man was utterly useless.
I just did it for the fun of it.
Well, the instinct was spot on. Once something is used up, it should be eradicated. Lastly, the forger you sent back for more torture even though he seemed innocent. A strong decision. Leave no stone unturned.
The ripple from even a tiny stone can flow a great distance.
Well, look who just turned deep and insightful. It's always best to know beyond any doubt. After all, what is one man's sanity or life versus the fate of the Empire? Each time, each prisoner, you made the best possible decision. You may yet be able to challenge Vemrin for Darth Barris's attention. To celebrate, a small reward.
Then I'm ready. Let's make our move.
Don't be so hasty, Acolyte. There's more that must be done before we expose you to Barris. Because I forced you into the Academy ahead of schedule, Darth Barris will be predisposed to judging you severely. And by severely, I mean fatally. Now, we must hurry to your next trial. Every moment that passes, we risk discovery before we're ready. In the caverns of Mark Aragnos is the beast he left to guard his legacy. Go there, sit among the flames, and wait for the beast to come for you.
You think that's enough information? How about you tell me about this beast?
All you need to know is that it's ferocious and bloodthirsty, and in no way is it a trial for a normal acolyte. Return to the Valley of the Dark Lords and find the tomb of Mark Aragnos. I'll see you when the beast is slain. Good luck.
Well, look who's here. Remember me?
I never forget a face. Your name is Dolgus, right? Vemrin's boy.
Very good. It's good to know the name of your killer. Notice anything interesting? No witnesses. No witnesses means no rules. No more shortcuts, no more special treatment. You're just gonna be another dead failure on Korriban. No! Hold up! Look, I was wrong. What they're saying about you, totally true. So, strong. I don't want to die.
Ask for no mercy and expect none. Die like a Sith.
I failed you, Vemrin.
We must speak quickly, Acolyte. There isn't much time. I may have made a slight miscalculation. The beast of Mark Aragnos was a great source of dark energy here on Korriban. When it was slain, there was a tremor in the Force. Darth Barris felt that tremor and has become aware of you. He demands an audience.
Tell me what to expect, Overseer.
Barris is a serious man, but a master of deception. Everything he does and says is calculated. He will attempt to trip you up, test your nature, get to the heart of who you are. Always take him seriously. And I mean always.
Consider me warned.
We might not speak again, Acolyte. You're the best chance of stopping Vemrin. If you fail, I doubt there will be another strong enough. Good luck. Meet Darth Baras in his chambers, and hurry. He won't take kindly to waiting.
There, Tino. I believe that's the one.
Really? All right. Hey, you!
Careful, Tino.
Come on, I'm antsy for some action. You there? Are you the big shot they're all talking about? The one who's been personally summoned by Darth Baras himself?
Get to the point.
Please pardon my over-eager friend. It's just that we've heard so much about you.
And we want to get in good with you.
Tino? What my blunt partner here means is that if you need anything or anyone, say, dealt with, we'd like you to consider us.
She's talking about Vemrin. We'll kill him for you.
Sorry. I should have had Tino muzzled. So, what do you say? We know Vemrin tried to have you killed. Would you like him eliminated?
I'm preserving the pleasure for myself.
Far be it for us to rob you of such an experience, but consider this. There are rules. Acolytes are not to openly kill one another. Everyone knows of your rivalry. If you kill him, the Lords will presume your guilt.
But if Vemrin croaks while you get an alibi, people might be suspicious, but they won't be able to pin it on you. See?
I'm not interested. Sorry.
Let us prove ourselves to you. Spar with us, then decide if we have the skills to benefit you in this endeavor.
You should be warned. I will not hold back. There will be injuries.
Well, that's the chance we're willing to take. Come on, boys. Time to show our stuff.
Oh.
You still took all four of us apart. This changes everything. From what I hear, Vemrin's every bit your physical equal. If we can't even hold up sparring against you, we'll never be able to kill him.
I agree. You should steer clear of Vemrin.
Well, this has been quite the sobering experience. Thanks for setting us straight.
I don't get it. Are we going to kill somebody or not?
No, Tino. And I think we ought to rethink this whole Sith training thing. Hmm?
Most of you will not return from this endeavor. If you die, you will be forgotten. If you give up, you will be killed. No, out of my sight.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You should. This is the end of the line for you, Clemril. Just make sure you stay out of my way.
Look here, Vemrin. I see the upstart, but no sign of Dolgus.
Clemril, Vemrin, you have been dismissed.
Yes, Master.
I underestimated you by sending Dolgus. It will not happen again.
Are you having trouble with Acolyte Vemrin, Supplicant?
Nothing gets under my skin.
He is thoroughly capable of backing up his threats. Vemrin has paid his dues. He's fought a deck stacked against him to get here. You, on the other hand, let me get a closer look at you. Yes, as I suspected. Overseer Tremel has done you and this academy a great disservice. Your warblade came early. Prisoners flown in for your convenience. Even a beast here on Korriban instead of off-world in the wild. The pacing of the trials is deliberate. Only full immersion over time produces results. Your mind is soft, unhoned, undisciplined.
I disagree, emphatically.
The first month of trials should be dedicated to philosophy, conceptual tactics, understanding of the Sith Code. Recite the Sith Code for me, Acolyte, and explain its meaning in battle, war, and politics.
Sure, give me a minute. Well, you see there's the dark side, the light side, and there you have it.
Pathetic. I can read the lie from a nascent Force user with my eyes closed. I am your master now. Tremel was becoming lax before you ever arrived. His unwillingness to adapt to the evolving Sith paradigm has become a liability. These are the actions of a traitor. Traitors are executed. I grant you immunity from punishment. Kill Tremel, and bring back his hand as proof.
As you decree, my lord.
Now, leave. I'm sure Tremel is still in his chambers. Don't return until you've killed him.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon. Has Barris sent you back to me?
I'm here to kill you.
Then I have been outplayed. Barris has the authority, but I did not think he would do something this overt. Either I die, or he forces me to kill you, and to destroy my own plan. A master stroke. Very well, you have your orders, Acolyte. Know that it gives me no pleasure to kill you.
Hold on. It doesn't have to come to this, Tremel.
Do not hedge now. This is the way of the Sith. I'll try to make your end quick and painless. It's the least I can do. Now, I'm amazed. I knew you were strong in the Force, but not like this. You're more than ready to challenge Vemrin. Barris won't be able to deny that now. He'll have the satisfaction of my death, but I die knowing my success. Go ahead. End this.
You're getting ahead of yourself. I only need your hand.
What? Wait. I think I understand. Barris demands my hand. Proof of my death. I don't want your pity, Acolyte.
That's the deal. Take it or leave it.
I'm a credit to the dark side. My cause is just. You can see clearly, even if Barris cannot. Take my hand. Well, that didn't tickle. I'll rest and then leave Korriban covertly.
The outcome was most unfortunate.
Agreed. But as long as you live, there is hope. Cast Vemrin out, and the final triumph will be ours. Goodbye.
What's this? The Acolyte returns, and with a bloodied weapon. I assume this means Tremel is no more. Give me his hand. Here, take this one ring as a memento. Remembering the past can strengthen resolve and embolden the spirit. I am impressed you had the fortitude to destroy him. You know he thought of you as family. How did it feel to betray him?
I did what was called for.
You mask your feelings well, as long as you don't suppress them. You have taken your first step to understanding the Sith Code. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, we gain strength. Through strength, we gain power. Through power, we gain victory. And through victory, our chains are broken. The Force shall set us free. By embracing the code and destroying Tremel, you have freed yourself from his shackles and escaped his fate.
You've made your point. I understand.
That's more like it. I had a feeling you'd be a fast learner. Now, there are sacred ruins in the tomb of Tulak Hord. The ancient inscriptions that once adorned the walls of each ruin lie in pieces. You will venture through the entire tomb, search all of the ruins, and bring me a shard from each of these inscriptions. You will do this, or you will die. Vemrin and my other acolytes have already been sent. There are no rules regarding how they secure the shards, and they will stop at nothing. Fight your way through the tomb of Tulak Hord in the Valley of the Dark Lords, and bring me the shards from each of the ruined shrines. The prodigal supplicant returns, and with all the shards from the tomb of Tulak Hord. Superb. It seems your hopes have been dashed, Vemryn.
Appearances can be deceptive.
Excuse Vemryn, supplicant. He expected you to fall on your face.
I have little to no interest in anything Vemryn says or does, Master.
The tension is thick between you two, a great source of emotion to feed on. I wonder what will happen when it boils over. You both stand on the precipice of becoming Sith. But only one of you will have the opportunity to claim a special lightsaber and serve as my apprentice. I thought it would be you, Vemryn, but I've changed my mind.
What? I've done everything you've asked. Better than any of the others. The honor should be mine.
This is as it should be. Get used to being in my shadow.
Today, Vemryn is every bit your equal. But the Force is stronger with you, Acolyte. And there is a power sleeping within you. It was a simple decision. Now, Vemryn, go wait in my antechamber for your instructions. This instant. Now I hope you fathom how fortunate you are to be singled out. If you become my apprentice, the galaxy will bend before you.
You're not going to regret this, Barriss. I was born to be Sith.
The lightsaber you will seek is old and powerful. It is housed in a forbidden cavern in the tomb of Naga Sadow, where few Sith have ever set foot. Almost no one knows how to find the secret entrance. But there is a Twi'lek in the holding pens who was caught breaking in there. I hear she is quite willful. Take her and make her show you the entrance to the Forbidden Cave.
I will take care of that.
Other acolytes seeking to complete their trials are sent to the tomb, where Academy laws are waived. They will try to murder you. This test will determine if you become Sith. So bolster yourself. To set foot in the tomb of Naga Sadow is to breathe in death itself.
Ouch! Give it a rest, will ya?
I'm getting my fill of fun while I still can, slave. As if on cue, look who's back. Word is you might become Lord Barriss's apprentice. Nice work if you can get it. So, I hear you'll be relieving me of this Twi'lek. She's a pain in the neck.
Ha! Who's a pain in the neck? I'm the one wearing a shock collar.
Consider that a going-away present, Twi'lek. Seems you might be useful for something after all. This bruiser is taking you into the tomb where we caught you.
None of you can figure out how to activate the tomb statues to open the Forbidden Cavern, huh? You got some kind of business in that secret Sith chamber, do you?
My business is none of yours.
Here, kid. Take the shock control collar. I'll set it to a high level. Use it enough, she'll show you the back door to her mother's house.
I suppose I can play tomb tour guide. A lot of work went into cracking that nut, but I did it once. I can do it again. So we're clear. I'm officially on strike when it comes to domestic duties.
You'll do everything I require, and I mean everything.
Don't get any twisted ideas in that Sithy head of yours. Lead the way. I'll show you the unlocking points throughout the tomb, and then open the secret door for you.
Stand and account for yourself, Acolyte. Let's see what you're made of. I look at you, and I wonder, are you among the truly loyal, or do you hide treason in your heart?
I am heir to a great Sith bloodline. How dare you even ask such a question of me?
I do what the Emperor commands me to. Your special heritage does not place you above suspicion, nor should it. Intelligence reports indicate this valley shelters traitors. Acolytes who seek to destroy our Emperor's carefully built order and replace it with their own weak-minded heresies.
They hide among the faithful and obedient. But make no mistake, they will destroy us all, given the chance.
We've watched as the traitors scuttle about this valley and plot against us. We know their faces and their names. It is the Emperor's will that the sands of Korriban be slaked with the blood of these traitors. Prove your allegiance by executing them.
It will be a great honor to serve you, my lord.
And in serving me, you serve the Emperor. Remember that, as you exterminate those vermin in the valley.
I'll give you the means to identify the traitors. Eliminate enough of them to prove your loyalty. Then return to Inquisitor Arzanan.
I'll be watching your progress with great interest. Go now. See that the Emperor's will be done. I watched you deal with those traitors. Well done. That was an impressive display of loyalty. Take this reward as a token of the Emperor's favor, and wear this badge. It marks you as a defender of our empire.
Stay vigilant. Our enemies lurk where you least expect them.
Hey, this is it. The secret entrance to the hidden cavern is in here. Just let me get my bearings.
Take your time, slave. Just have the entrance uncovered by the time I finish killing your new master.
Can't say I'm surprised to see you, Vemrin. You're remarkably predictable.
My passions run deeper than yours. I am the true essence of what it is to be Sith. My legacy has suffered long enough. After today, you will be forgotten. It ends here and now. Becoming Barris's apprentice was my destiny. Did I come this far and overcome such adversity, only to be proven unworthy?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Vemrin. You have been a worthy opponent.
Shut up! There is only victory or death. I refuse to live a lesser life. Finish me. I will not accept mercy.
Wow. Nice work.
Just find the Forbidden Cavern.
I already have. See? The secret entrance is right here.
You're welcome.
You have been most helpful.
It's nice to be acknowledged. Thanks.
Murderer! My father was a staunch traditionalist and he was especially hard on me. But he's my blood. Did you think you could kill him and get away with it?
Who told you I killed your father?
Everybody says so. The whole place knows you killed him. And now you have to die.
Stand down, Esquella. Your father isn't dead.
That's a lie. Lord Barris has his hand.
Your father gave me his hand and left Korriban.
What are you saying? That my father forfeited his hand so you wouldn't kill him? And now he's out there hiding, pretending to be dead? You may not be a murderer, but your mercy proves you're not Sith material either. I should inform Lord Barris, but I won't. No, let him discover your softness for himself. My directive is clear now. I must hunt down my gutless father and end his humiliation.
I'm not going to let you do that.
Let me? Who do you think you are? My father has brought shame to me and our entire family. He must die. Never mind, I'm killing you anyway. Men?
I am beside myself. Not only did you get the Twi'lek to cooperate, but you completed the task and claimed the ancient lightsaber. Venran was not in my chamber as I instructed. I take it he sought to stop you and claim the ancient weapon as his own.
He tried and failed. Venran was nothing if not consistent.
Bravo! I see you may indeed become one of the strongest Sith in the galaxy. Your trials are over. You are now my apprentice.
It took you long enough.
Mind your tone, my young initiate. This is only the beginning. With you as my right hand, we shall strike fear into the Empire's enemies. I must convene with the Emperor and inform him of your progress. This shuttle pass will take you to Dromund Kaas. Meet me at the Citadel there.
Tell the Emperor I said hello.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Take the Twi'lek slave as my gift. Do with her as you wish. If she'll be of use, by all means take her with you to Dromund Kaas.
So, hey, I've been thinking, maybe you want to take this shock collar off? You know, as a sign of thanks for my hard work on Korriban. Not that I don't enjoy the perpetual fear of electrocution.
You've earned it, Vet. It is not freedom, though.
Wow, now I feel stupid for not asking sooner. Don't worry. I'll try not to give you reason to slap that thing back on.
I expect your loyalty to remain absolute.
Right. So what happens now?
You and me, working together, taking down the galaxy. What do you think?
What? Well, of course. Me and my buddy, the Sith. Nobody's gonna pick on me at school. Sorry. Let's just get going, yeah?
You're the one, yes. Not like the scabs that exited the shuttle with you. You radiate power, Lord. I bow before you. I serve Lord Barris. He sent me to meet his new apprentice, and I made sure I was here on time. I certainly did, yes indeed.
So, I'm met. Now what?
I'm just a slave who owes his every breath to the tolerance of Lord Barris. He said to introduce you to Dromund Kaas, and I take that seriously.
You have a strong survival instinct.
Thank you, kind lord. I am seldom referred to as strong. Lord Barris ordered me to encourage you to explore Kaas City before reporting to him. Imperials maintain the order, but they won't bother you. When you're ready, Lord Barris will meet you in his personal chambers. You will tell Lord Barris I was good? Yes? That I served well?
You did exactly what you were told.
You have my thanks, gentle Juggernaut. I bow my head until you depart.
Wow, what a weasel. Dromund Kaas needs some pest control.
I hope others in Barris's operation have a little backbone.
Somehow I doubt you're the only one.
Not a minute too soon. Your timing is impeccable.
Did it just get considerably colder?
I see you decided to keep the slave. I hope she amuses you. I trust you've been acquainting yourself with your new environs. Did my minion point you in the right direction?
He's a dutiful servant who lives to serve you.
A properly beaten down slave is the only trustworthy creature in the galaxy. Your responsibilities will mandate contact with my various minions, meet my directives, and you may do as you will to anyone you encounter, adversary or ally.
You can trust that I'll use good judgment, Master.
I have painstakingly built a vast network of spies and operatives embedded throughout the Sith, Republic, and Jedi alike. I have fingers, eyes, and ears everywhere.
Which am I to be? A finger, eye, or ear?
You're my enforcer, deployed to protect my interests, intimidate my rivals, and destroy my enemies. It's time for your tenure to begin. A military starship is touching down at the Kar City cargo port, delivering a vitally important prisoner to me. You will meet Commander Lanklin at Docking Bay 12 and make sure he and his men successfully offload this prisoner.
If you're sending me, you must be expecting trouble.
We must always assume that we are being plotted against, especially when the stakes are high. The importance of this prisoner cannot be overstated. Go to the cargo port now and stay sharp. You are dismissed.
All right, man, let's hurry up and get this hunk of carbonite to its owner.
Hey, Captain Oblivious. Boo.
Oh, I didn't see you enter. Lord Barris didn't need to send a welcoming party.
I'm here to make sure you do your job.
I hardly think that's necessary. My men and I have performed much more dangerous duties for Lord Barris. The prisoner is frozen in carbonite, so he's not a flight risk. And this is friendly territory. Surely we're safe here.
Sith interests are complicated.
Yes, my lord. Whatever you say. Let's get this oversized block of ice to your master.
Not so fast. My master ordered that block of ice, so step away from the carbonite man and no one ends up in a grave.
Your master is going to be disappointed.
Perhaps I didn't make myself plainly clear. I'm here to relieve you of your burden. Whether that includes your own lives as well is up to you.
Looky. If it ain't Slestak, your master be wanting the froze man too, huh? Too bad for you. It mine.
You two know each other?
To know Tumar is to hate Tumar.
That go true for you too, Slestak. If you don't flee, this be like killing two stone with one bird.
I'm such a fool. I'll never doubt Lord Barris again. What do we do?
We kill them all.
I know you're Sith, stranger, but I think your bravado is ill-advised.
Me got ideas, Slestak. How about we play wishbone with the talker? Bigger half get the spoils.
A truce, then. You stood a chance against one set of us Sith, but even our master Force user can't beat these odds.
Time to roll the dice, then. Attack!
Time for killing, boys!
I see more ambushers on the way. Maybe you can hold them off while my men and I make a run for it and deliver the prisoner to Lord Barris.
I'll cover you. Go.
Come on, man! Double time!
Lanklin informed me of the ambush at the cargo port. Apparently there are more eyes on us than even I thought. I have felt a disturbance in the Force. It leaves doom imprinted on my dreams. A grave and mysterious threat that could bring down my entire power base. This frozen man is a top Republic agent captured while investigating my most deeply embedded spy on Nar Shaddaa, one of my invisibles. The Force grants me a vision of doom, and immediately my untraceable spy, who has left no footprints, no trail, is almost exposed. It makes me furious.
Maybe your spy wasn't so invisible after all.
Do not presume to tell me my business. There's no profit in it. I must learn what tipped off the Republic agent. He is the key to uncovering the nature of this threat. Now, while I thaw the prisoner and painfully siphon every morsel of information I can from him, I have some concerns that require your special talents.
I crave more action, so let's get on with it.
No rest for the wicked, I guess.
Go to the Imperial post in the jungles outside the city. Commander Pritch is stationed there. He has a seek and destroy task for you.
What will I be seeking and destroying?
Do not needlessly tax me. Commander Pritch will supply all the details. I must tend to the torturing of this miserable Republic agent. Waste no time. I have more for you to do once this is complete. You are dismissed.
Commander Pritch at your service, my lord. Lord Barris informed me you'd be paying us a visit. I'm prepared to offer full assistance.
Aren't you a good little soldier?
Lord Barris has always found me so, Lord. Permit me to update you on the situation here. There's been much unrest in these parts recently, my lord, capped off by a violent slave revolt that has the surrounding jungles overrun with armed slaves.
You can't deal with upstart slaves.
The slaves have been giving the forces sent to deal with them fits. I'm not part of that duty, my lord. What no one knows is that Lord Barris orchestrated the insurgents to disrupt one of his rivals, and he wants his involvement kept secret. Now the slave captains who led the revolt are threatening to expose Barris's involvement unless they receive more potent weapons.
They must be killed.
That is in sync with my instructions. Lord Barris wants you to kill enough of the blackmailing slave captains to make the others lose their resolve.
Just tell me where to go.
Slaves are scattered throughout the area, but the captains tend to congregate near the unfinished Colossus. I'll wait here for your return.
Takes guts to sit here and wait, don't you think?
Take it up with the commander. I'm sure he'd appreciate the constructive criticism.
Nah, I think I'll let him live in shame.
Ah, my lord, you've returned. I take it many slave captains have died this day.
They won't be bothering Lord Barris anymore.
I shudder to imagine their fate. I must stay, my lord. It's been inspiring watching you work.
You've been very helpful, Commander.
Thank you, Lord. I'm pleased to hear that. I'll inform Lord Barris that the situation has been handled.
I don't care what you do. Break my bones, burn my flesh. I'll tell you nothing.
I will not be denied.
Go spit, you monster!
I didn't know bodies could bend like that. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Don't empty your stomach on my boots.
Ah, apprentice, you've returned. Commander Pritch confirmed that the slaves have been silenced. Good. I'm still trying to extract the information I crave from this Republic agent. He's much more resilient than anticipated.
He'll crack, Master. I'm sure of it.
I will not rest until he does. I have another important task for you. It involves a renegade Sith Lord named Grathan, a particularly bothersome thorn in my side. Meet with my apprentice, Drykel Ball. He's my covert operative in Gratham's compound. Ball claims to have made a key discovery.
I thought I might be your only apprentice. That makes Baal my rival.
Try to tolerate him long enough to get the details and conclude your business there. Grathan's presence is useful to me, so I don't want him killed, just crippled. Find out what Ball has discovered, and do exactly as he instructs.
Is your other apprentice above me in the pecking order?
I'm sure he views himself as your better, but he has merely been here longer. Now then, Republic wretch, where were we? Oh, yes. Tell me what I wish to know.
You must be the operative Lord Barris sent. I thought he'd choose a stealthy assassin, not some senseless savage.
Watch who you're calling a savage.
You're not talking to one of Barris's Imperial peons. I'll be working for Lord Barris long after you've worn out your welcome.
I highly doubt that.
We've got business to handle. With the entire complex roused, we'll have to get in each other's faces another time. Now listen. Lord Grathan is a rogue Sith who boldly defies the Dark Council. Locked away here, he's been untouchable. Lord Barris wants to let Grathan know he can be reached. And after a year undercover, I've discovered the way. Lord Grathan has a son.
I'm fascinated to hear where this is going.
I was assigned to find Grathan's weakness. He's kept his son a secret in order to protect him from his enemies. Grathan would be devastated if his only child and heir was dead. That would send a message.
Won't killing his son just make Grathan mad?
Lord Barris seeks to imbalance Grathan, make him sloppy. Grathan's kid is nearly 20 and strong with the Force. He's been trained in the ways of the Sith since birth. You'll have your hands full.
I highly doubt it.
All right. Maybe underestimating your foes works for you. Grathan's away on business. I managed to hack a special spike that will get you inside his private quarters. But first you're going to have to knock out Grathan's surveillance station so you aren't seen entering the quarters.
What do I care if I'm observed?
The surveillance system is also a sophisticated defense network. If you don't destroy the system before entering the private chambers, you'll never make it. All you have to do is locate the monitoring stations around the compound and, well, stick your lightsaber in them. Think you can handle that brute?
Keep calling me names, Bo. You're playing with fire.
Is it so easy to get under your skin? That's all then. Destroy the monitoring stations, then get inside Grathan's private quarters. The son's name is Beelslit. Find him and end him. I'll meet you back here when you're done. Try not to screw up.
I kinda like his attitude.
Mother, a stranger approaches.
You don't know the half of it, kid.
I am Selvanta Grathan. How dare you enter my son's room uninvited? Who are you?
My name won't matter when you're dead.
You'll find I'm not so easily intimidated. My son is still an acolyte, but I am Sith. Beelslit, take cover.
No, Mother! I stand at your side! Attack!
You think you scare me?
Enough. It's clear we are not your match. If we're to die, I must know. What have we done to deserve death?
It's not personal.
If not, then perhaps you'll entertain another option. You have fought your way into the inner sanctum of a powerful Sith Lord stronghold. You are a breath away from the Master himself. Spare us, and I'll help you destroy Lord Grathan instead.
You want me to kill your husband? Aren't you the dutiful wife?
I married Lord Grathan for power. It was a means to an end. Now I want out. I'm strong, but can't touch my husband. How long I've waited for someone to end his oppressive rule.
You have my attention.
A wicked plan is taking shape. Long ago, my husband was nearly beheaded. Now he cannot exist without his helmeted mask. Everyone knows this. Kill Lord Grathan. My son will wear the mask and assume his mantle. He'll publicly rant that his son was murdered. No one will be the wiser.
What's in it for me?
In addition to appearing successful in your task, I'll reward you in either credits or an item of power, your choice.
I prefer a powerful item.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Lord Grathan deserves to die. With this pass card, you may enter Lord Grathan's secret chamber. You'll find him there. After you've ended Lord Grathan's miserable existence, bring his masked helmet to me.
Be sure there are no surprises when I return.
I'm certainly not interested in angering someone as lethal as you. Besides, you're doing me a great service. Be wary of Lord Grathan. There are few as attuned to the dark side as he.
I don't think I like the sound of that.
My uninvited guest finally arrives. Your feelings betray you, youngster. I sensed your murderous intentions the moment you entered my sanctum. What's more, your unshielded mind has revealed your accomplice, my loving wife.
That's knowledge you'll take to your grave.
Ah, another naive youngster who's fallen under my wife's influence. Selvanta is a user, child. She's obsessed with power. It's one of the things that attracted me to her, but it's outgrown its amusement. I am death itself, child. Come embrace the darkness.
Yes, I sensed my husband's death. Lord Grathan is no more. What pleasure to think he suffered.
He didn't enjoy it. He screamed like a stuck cathound.
Mother, what does this mean? Am I truly to become the master of this house?
You will wear his mask and assume his identity, but you are not yet ready to rule, my dear. The voice will be yours, but the words will be mine.
I have longed for my father's death, and the chance to claim his power.
Yes, this is a great day. You have served us well, my new friend.
Perhaps you could show your appreciation in a more personal manner.
Aren't you the rogue? You freed me from an inconvenient husband and put me in control of this house. Let me show you my appreciation. In private.
Whoa! Wait a minute. You're not seriously considering this. You have really terrible taste in women.
Keep your opinions to yourself.
You should keep your hands to yourself. But it's your life.
Now that we've cleared that up, all this talk is making me impatient. Beelsled, find something to do, will you? Your mother needs some privacy.
Yes, Mother.
And are you going to dismiss your Twi'lek?
If you prefer.
Well, I certainly prefer. Don't strain yourself.
Of all the things I've endured to gain power, this was one of the least unpleasant. You are always welcome in my chamber, friend.
Keep the door unlocked.
Where would the fun be in that? Now leave me. I have much to do now that I control House Gratham.
I'm surprised you survived. So is it done? Is Gratham's son dead?
You're a condescending windbag, Baal.
It's pretty easy to push your buttons, Brute. Doesn't say much for Grathan security forces if a clumsy clod like you was able to bang into his private chamber and off his son.
Why don't you back up that mouth with action?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Killing the murderer of Grathan's son will solidify my cover here. Barris can replace you easily.
Barris will be needing a new spy. I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Though I'm more than capable of facing you alone, a smart man uses every advantage. And I am a smart man.
The intruder! The intruder is here! Everyone to me! Attack!
I cannot break him!
Is there some problem here?
Who would ask such a stupid question? Clearly, there's a problem here.
Okay, I'm officially scared.
This is impossible. An unknown power must be shielding this man, which only confirms my suspicions. This Republic agent is the key to unlocking the threat we face. I must harness my rage and frustration. They will lead me to an answer.
Be persistent. I'm sure you will find a way.
Your encouragement is noted, my apprentice. And the word has spread that Lord Grathan is incensed at the slaying of his secret son. I take it that was your handiwork?
After dealing with his son, I stayed to socialize with Lady Grathan. An added humiliation for him.
Ah, my young apprentice, you have just cheered me up. I haven't heard from Dreikel Ball, my agent in Grathan's camp. He's missed a scheduled communication. Let me guess. He gave you trouble, did he?
He gave me no trouble at all.
I can sense the truth behind your words, apprentice. Ball can be replaced. Now, back to my prisoner. There's one last possibility to break him. I thought it impossible, but perhaps there's a small chance you could pull it off. Over a millennium past, the Emperor claimed Drummond Cass and made the Dark Temple the epicenter of Dark Force energy. In the bowels of the temple, he conducted horrifying experiments that drained the knowledge and life essence from all the greatest Sith Lords of the time.
He destroyed his own lords.
They existed to serve their master, and that they did. He siphoned them to make himself immortal and all-knowing. The Emperor created a device called the Ravager that ate his victims' minds and delivered to him their greatest secrets. No one could withstand the Ravager's intrusion. Even the strongest Sith Lords of the Empire confessed whatever the Emperor craved.
Where can the Ravager be found?
The Emperor keeps the Ravager hidden in the Dark Temple, which has, in his absence, become a death trap. There's a good chance the horrors that await you will be too severe. But it's worth your life to me. The legends describe a secret chamber in the depths of the Dark Temple where the Ravager was encased. You'll know the device by its inscription. Be swift, apprentice. When I sent you into the Dark Temple for the Ravager, I thought it might be the last time I saw you, apprentice. The prisoner grows weaker by the minute. There's no time to spare. Stand back and bear witness.
You're wasting your time. I will not.
Yes, the Ravager has seized his mind. Excellent. In his condition, we don't have long before the ordeal liquefies all brain matter.
He is the picture of torment.
I endured his defiance for so long. It is a sight for angered eyes. Republic Worm, you have the information I desire. Tell me everything.
I am Republic Information Service on special assignment to verify possible Imperial spy on Nar Shaddaa, commissioned by Jedi Council, acting on suspicions provided by Master Nomen Karr.
Nomen Karr. That's a name I grow tired of hearing.
What's the problem? Who is Nomen Karr?
Nomen Karr is a Jedi Master who infiltrated the Sith. I rooted him out. Then he nearly destroyed me and fled. He's dedicated himself to proving that the Sith have spies embedded within Republic and Jedi ranks. I've thwarted him at every turn, but he is tenacious. How did Nomen Karr come to suspect my spy on Nar Shaddaa? Tell me, Republic wretch, what alerted him?
Master Nomen Karr has a new Padawan. She seems to know any being's true nature. She senses hidden darkness and untapped purity.
Astonishing. I've never heard of the Force granting such a gift. Tell me, how does her power work?
All I know is when Master Nomen Karr brought her to Nar Shaddaa, this Padawan sensed darkness in your spy simply by seeing him.
This is a serious threat.
It is the doom I felt. The disruption in the Force. If this young Padawan can see through deception and disguise with such little effort, she threatens everything I have worked for. Continue, Republic dog.
Karr believes his Padawan's ability is foolproof, but the Jedi Council is skeptical. I was to provide the proof, but I wasn't able to report my findings.
We have to kill this Jedi in training.
Yes, my apprentice. Such a threat must not wander the galaxy unchecked. Who is this Padawan, you Republic pest? Tell me everything you know about her.
She was found on Alderaan. Her power first emerged training on Tatooine. and Jedi sent another agent to investigate someone she suspected on Balmorra.
It's fading. Is she human or one of the Jedi's cursed aliens? Where can I find her? What is her name?
I have nothing more.
The Ravager has emptied his mind. That is all we have to go on. A few random places within the greater galaxy where Noman Carr and his Padawan have been.
It's a start, Master. That device did the trick.
You are correct. We now have leads to follow. Noman Carr is a relentless crusader, and this Padawan and her unprecedented power threaten everything I have achieved. Your duties are likely to take you to the far reaches of the galaxy. I will need to deploy you at will. You shall have a starship of your own. You've earned it. Go to my personal hangar in the spaceport and claim it.
You are most generous, Master.
Save your gratitude. I must ponder our next move. Waste no time. Get your starship in my hangar and wait for further instructions.
Yeah, let's go before he tells me to clean all this up, okay? Take a look at that. We're going in style now.
Nice ship. Are you leaving Dromund Kaas?
You need a lift somewhere?
No, thank you, but I'm glad I caught you before you left. Sylvanta Grathan sent me to deliver this token of her appreciation for all you've done for her. It will greatly enhance this new ship of yours.
Does she usually send a Sith to deliver a gift?
Very good. No, that's not the typical M.O. I'm here on behalf of Sylvanta's husband, Lord Grathan, who has added his own present to the offering. He claims you know too much.
Sylvanta needs to get her house in order.
Are you mad? Lady Grathan doesn't control the household. I answer only to Lord Grathan. I've murdered just about every form of sentient being in the galaxy, and I'm here for you.
You know, I was a slave when I was a little girl, before I got free. Sort of full circle, I guess.
You work for a Sith, as all in the Empire do, but your collar has been removed.
Right. I do appreciate the difference, believe me. My mother and sister and I were grabbed when I was little. I don't remember much of it. We worked the mines on Ryloth. Then they separated us. I got sold to a Rodian, then a Hutt. Then some sort of weird three-eyed thing.
I'm guessing your masters found you more trouble than you were worth.
Ha ha. Yeah. So I was never gonna get Slave of the Year. Anyway, I guess you know you've moved around too much when a Sith ship starts to feel like home.
You're here whether you like it or not. You may as well learn to like it.
That's about what I figured.
Apprentice, I trust you find your starship satisfactory?
It's an outstanding vessel.
I hope that it serves you well. There is much to be done. My interests must be protected, and my enemies destroyed. Noman Carr's efforts to expose my spies and prove his Padawan's power to the Jedi Council must meet with systemic failure. You will exhaust yourself in this charge.
Where do you suggest I begin?
The information we siphoned from that Republic agent will be our map. We know my spy on Nar Shaddaa was being surveilled. We know where this Padawan was discovered, where she trained, and that the Jedi have sent someone to investigate my spy on Balmorra. The Padawan will have to be hunted down and destroyed. But first you must secure my network by silencing my spies on Balmorra and Nar Shaddaa.
Why not simply recall your spies?
Their disappearance would look suspicious and serve to confirm the Padawan's accusations. My spies must die. My contacts on Balmorra and Nar Shaddaa will detail what must be done. Your tasks are paramount, apprentice. Bring cruelty. Bring rage. Bring death. Ah, you've arrived on Balmorra. Excellent. Your contact there is Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I trust you'll find him most helpful.
I have no doubt, Master.
This is an important mission, and I only entrust the finest. Quinn will meet you in his offices at Sobrick headquarters. We will speak again as soon as he has briefed you.
Sir, I apologize, sir. It was the best I could do.
If that's your best, you're useless to me. I can shoot you dead with a clear conscience. Is that what you want?
No, sir.
Then focus, Jillins. Dismissed. I apologize for the delay, my lord. Lieutenant Malavai Quinn. I'm to be your liaison here on Balmorra.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And to you, my lord. Lord Barris will brief you personally, but I'm to acquaint you with the climate here on Balmorra first.
By all means, go ahead.
Even though the Empire wrestled control of Balmorra from the Republic during the war, we were never able to completely eradicate them. There is a rather sizable resistance movement. No one wants to admit it, but it's clear that the Republic is backing it.
Maybe I'll have time to do something about that.
Something tells me your presence here will leave an indelible impression on the state of things. And I look forward to it. I have a secure line to Lord Barris. I'll patch him through immediately.
Ah, I see you've convened with my apprentice. Very good, Lieutenant. Leave us. Quinn owes his career to me, but we should keep the details of your mission between the two of us. We must act swiftly. Noman Karr's Padawan has directed the Jedi's suspicions to my undercover spy there on Balmorra. Do you recall this?
Of course. I remember everything.
Good. I'll get to the point. My spy is Commander Rylan of the Republic Resistance. He is the central contact for all my operatives in this sector. Unfortunately, Quinn is tracking an investigator that the Jedi have sent. That means we have to cover our tracks before you kill Rylon. Your first mandate is to destroy evidence that links Rylon to the sabotaging of Balmorra's defense systems during the war. To do so, you must break into the satellite control tower. Quinn reports that the tower is a death trap of mechanical security.
Are there any special requirements?
Quinn has everything you'll need. I'll summon him back. Remember, he is not to know the reason for your mission. I'll be in touch.
My lord, I've prepared what you need for your assault on the satellite control tower. In order to destroy the mainframe, you'll mount this charge to the base and activate it. Then contact me and I'll be able to detonate. My lord, I mark your progress and see that the charge is armed. I will detonate once you are a safe distance. But first, I have Darth Barris on holo for you. I will retreat and leave the line secure for the two of you.
Apprentice, we have one more potentially compromising thing to take care of before you can confront my spy, Commander Rylon. It involves invading a Republic keep to find a lowly ensign named Dermot. He is Rylon's son, and the commander confided his true identity to him. Ensign Dermot must be silenced permanently.
Rylon was foolish to tell his son.
The one chink in his otherwise flawless armor. I'll signal Quinn to give you the details. Be swift.
My lord,
Ensign Dermat is being detained in the brig of the Republic Crater Outpost. Awaiting questioning by the mysterious agent Barris has me tracking. I will alert you if the investigator appears to be heading there. I assume you wish to get to Dermat before she does.
You assume correctly, Lieutenant.
Then I won't delay you any longer. Good luck on your mission, my lord. I'll be here if you need anything.
Pipe down, Dermat. There's something going on outside. Trying to listen.
Oh, come on, Six, throw me a bone. Who's this agent that's coming to interrogate me? At least answer me that, will ya? Fine, stay clamped. I don't care who it is, I ain't talking. Nobody's gonna get nothing out of me. Nothing! All right, I ain't proud. I give. My dad's an Imperial agent.
What did you say? Your dad is a what?
Yes, please repeat that, Junior.
Oh no.
This is a restricted area. What are you doing here? Who are you?
It's not a who. It's a what. It's a Sith.
He's going to need a new pair of pants.
Who cares what Dermat needs? You gave me enough time to get what I need.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Take a look behind yourself, Sith. That's what 2 squads of the Republic's finest looks like.
Finally, a fight worthy of me.
Come on, man. Let's send this Sith home in a body bag.
Zix? Come on, talk to me, Zix. Get up, man.
Zix can't hear you, and getting up is a bit beyond his skill set right now.
And I'm next, right? Please, I know why you're here. The Republic's investigating my dad, and an agent's coming to put the screws to me. But I won't break. I promise. Let me live. My dad's secret is safe with me. I'm a rock.
Even if that were true, I couldn't take the chance.
Come on, you're Sith. Live on the edge a little. You can take it. My father's done so much for the Empire. Look, maybe the apple fell off the tree. Kind of far from the tree, but it's still... Look, the apple's still... Look, I'm not exactly sure where I was going with that, but please don't kill me.
It's not personal. Orders are orders.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Poor fool. Not sure we've ever come across anyone so useless.
Not everyone can be as talented as you, Vet.
A compliment. I'll take it. It smells awful in here. Let's move on, shall we?
My lord, you're Darth Barris's apprentice, right? Got orders from the planetary governor to find you. You're needed at this war conference, Priority Alpha 1.
I don't remember telling the Balmoran governor about my business.
Empire appoints you to run this planet. You keep track of who's slaughtering the Resistance. The Dark Council sent an emissary, big-time Sith Lord, to personally review the status of the Balmoran occupation. This conference will determine the next stage of the ground campaign. Whole war's about to be decided, and the governor wants your expertise.
This emissary of the Dark Council, what do we know about him?
Sith politics aren't my business. One of Darth Mar's servants is what I hear, but don't know anything else. Assigning Black Level clearance. No one will cause you trouble. Be quick, though. They're starting any minute.
Do you know the worst part, Governor?
I didn't. I didn't.
Exactly. You didn't even own up to your mistakes. That's why the Dark Council gave this planet to me.
Please.
Watch and enjoy. I'm Darth Lacris, and I've been tasked with cleansing Balmorra. I'm glad you came. More Sith can only bring much-needed dignity.
Gorgeous, murderous, and an eye for talent. We should talk.
We should. Do you... but business first. You're here because I asked the governor to bring me his best. Balmorra has a problem.
my friends in the Resistance, I won't take much time. The Empire says it owns Balmorra. The Republic says it's yours. We're gone. But you and I know Balmorra's won with sweat and tears, and my boys will stand by your side until everyone knows it.
Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army. Officially, he and his troops went rogue after the Republic withdrew from this sector. Ever since, they've been holed up under siege, aiding the Resistance and fortifying their position. You may have met their scouting parties already.
Is there anyone on Balmorra who isn't fighting the Empire?
Now you understand my displeasure with the previous administration. Jaquetta and the Resistance are based in the Balmorran Arms Factory, home of the brightest engineers in the galaxy. I'm told the factory's generators are inexhaustible, its defenses cutting edge, its barricades block our scans, giving the Resistance peace and privacy.
Sounds intolerable. After we're done here, maybe I can help you work out your frustrations.
Deliver me Balmorra and we'll work out anything you like. Jaquetta may have officially gone rogue, but the Republic still supports him. They fund his revolution from the shadows, make supply drops in secret. Those Republic hypocrites want the arms factory as a beachhead, and as Balmorra's new governor, I say we take it before they mount a full invasion.
I will burn our enemy's fortress to the ground, I swear it.
Obliterate the factory defenses, lower the barricades that block our scans, and I'll have an army at your back. And if you can, bring me proof of Republic involvement on Balmorra. We'll expose their lies on a galactic stage.
Darth Lacris, can you read me? I'm lowering the barricades to the Balmorran Arms Factory.
I hear you perfectly. We'll start scanning the interior now. Hold on. Someone cut through this interference.
Pardon my interruption. I'm Grand Marshal Jaquetta, formerly of the Republic Army.
I am apprentice to Darth Baras, and the voice of the Empire here.
You're the new governor's dog. I'm not a complete fool. Once I realized you planned to lower our defenses, I sent a few friends.
Jedi Knight Raylon Nis, reporting.
Tempest Squad, reporting.
Fresh volunteers who have taken a leave of absence to join the Balmorran Resistance. Taste of what's coming.
You expect me to believe these people are acting without Republic orders? They're violating the peace treaty by supporting the Resistance.
Raylon, are you here on Republic orders?
No, sir.
There you go.
Go! Go!
Can you hear me? This channel is still open. Did Jaquetta send a Jedi?
How does it make you feel, watching me kill someone like that?
I can't say I didn't enjoy the show, but your timing could be better. My people are performing a full scan of the factory now that the defenses are down. I'll patch you into the report.
My lord, we're detecting unusual signals from inside the factory. What appears to be a hyperspace beacon. It shouldn't be possible. It must have taken them decades.
Don't underestimate their engineers or their resources. What can you do?
In theory, starships could follow the beacon and jump-in system almost directly overhead.
The Republic is flying reinforcements straight to the Balmorran Arms Factory and bypassing our defenses.
All this time, the Republic and their engineers were boxed in. They were laying the groundwork for invasion.
Picking up. There are dozens of ships out there. Silhouette is Republic Special Forces, Triumph class.
This is how they did it during the war. Multiple strike teams, strategic objectives, 1 Jedi per military squad. They took entire planets. They know we see them. They're rushing to land now.
If they're heading to the factory, we can stop them from the ground.
Agreed. Take out the landing platforms and guidance systems. I'll have attack squadrons blow those ships out of the sky. Fail me now, and we perish with Balmorra.
This is Darth Lacris. Our ships are closing on the Republic transports. Keep destroying those landing pads, and there will be no escape for the enemy. Attack squadrons engaged. We're down 6 Republic transports. I'm calling in additional ground-to-air weaponry. Only a few targets remain airborne, and they've got nowhere to go. But one transport slipped past us. I'm sending in ground troops. You intercept that ship at the factory's upper landing pad. No one survives this attack.
The fleet may be lost, but my Padawan and I can hold the Imperials while you regroup.
No. You've got your ship, we've got a few of our own. I want you to get the non-combatants and the wounded off Balmorra. After we handle this. You're damn tough, you know that?
How many years have you survived under siege? You've had a good run.
It's not over yet. I've got Jedi at my back and the finest armor Balmorran arms ever designed. Ignore the scratches.
We can cover your escape.
Let's see what an old man can do for his troops. Good fight. You've got something I don't have anymore.
I am Sith. Next to me, you are nothing.
Maybe so. Hear me out. I know how much the Empire wants to expose the Republic's involvement in Balmorra, publicly. I confess the truth of the invasion, if you help my men.
What happened to the Grand Marshal who showed defiance?
It's just us now. None of my boys left to inspire. Let the Balmorrans and the non-combatants leave. Treat the Republic soldiers fairly, as prisoners of war. Help them, and I'll tell everyone we violated the treaty.
You're in no position to strike a deal.
Damn it. That's everything you could want. Why?
You won't have to wonder very long.
Sir, Squad 815, Darth Lacra sent us to reinforce your position.
The Grand Marshal is dead. We're done here.
Understood. There's fighting all over the factory, but it looks like a victory. Orders are to regroup at the outpost when you can, sir.
Darth Lacris, Grand Marshal Chaketa is defeated, and the Balmorran arms factory is broken.
You smell like smoke and blood. Let me show you something.
On behalf of the Senate and the Supreme Chancellor, I wholeheartedly condemn the actions of these rogue soldiers on Balmorra. They struck at Imperial targets without any Republic support. The Senate values its peace treaty with the Empire.
So embarrassing for the Senate, forsaking their own people. Meanwhile, Imperial intelligence has begun interrogating our captives. I'm giving the Jedi to Darth Maar to see if they can be turned.
Your enemies are beaten, and your position is secure. But our partnership doesn't have to end there.
Shall we take a walk among scorched ruins and skulls, discussing plans for the future? I admit, you've put me in the mood to celebrate. Tell me why I should bother with you.
Aren't you curious about the man who won the war for you? He won't have another chance.
Then let me explore. It has been an enjoyable day. I'm gathering troops for a clean sweep of the Balmorran arms factory. I'm making it my base of planetary operations. My governorship would be very different without you. You have my gratitude for your assistance.
Next time you need assistance, let me know. I have skills you haven't seen.
I'll remember it. It's time I return to ruling. There are new reports of resistance activity. Should you choose to remain on Balmorra, perhaps I'll call on you again.
I must be honest. Your success at the Satellite Control Station and Republic Crater Outpost has surprised me, my lord. I computed the likelihood of success as nearly negligible. In my assessment, however, I only considered the capabilities of a typical Sith. Clearly, you are not a typical Sith. I will adjust future calibrations to account for your unprecedented abilities.
Don't worry about it, Quinn.
I take pride in accuracy. Otherwise, I'm no good to you. Lord Barris is pleased. He says it's time to zero in on your prime directive, and he awaits your contact. My barracks are yours. Activate the holocommunicator in the next room to speak with Lord Barris. The line is secure.
You have been most helpful.
I'll be right here if needed, my lord.
I hope you can see the smile on my face, apprentice. You are turning me into a true believer.
That pleases me, Master.
I'm sure you're impatient to complete your time on that little rock. With the satellite tower computer destroyed and Commander Rylon's son neutralized, my spy's tracks are covered. Now the only threat to Rylon ever being exposed is the man himself. It's time to end that threat. Permanently.
Do I have a choice in the matter?
I like that idleness makes you disagreeable. Just be sure to give Commander Rylon an honorable death. It's the least we can do. I've had him embedded within enemy ranks for decades. The extent of his contribution to the Empire's interests is unrivaled.
The man is a hero. Pity he has to die.
He has always known the risk. The Jedi investigator must have no hard evidence that Rylon was killed to silence him. It must look like anything but a targeted execution. Annihilate everyone there.
An apprentice's work is never done.
Be glad of that. When I stop giving you work, you should be worried. I've summoned Lieutenant Quinn. He'll prepare you for your final task.
Your final target is the Balmoran Arms Factory. The Resistance forces recently captured it and made it their headquarters. An incursion into the arms factory will be a monumental feat. I'm excited by the prospect of you laying waste to that place.
A Sith craves adventure and excitement.
This mission promises both, my lord. All right. The Republic Command Center is deep inside the arms factory, the most heavily protected installation on the planet. In order to reach Commander Rylon, you will have to make your way past all of the factory's defenses, which are considerable.
Makes no difference to me.
I'm hard-pressed not to agree. But there is one thing you should note. Specifically, Rylon's elite squadron is responsible for some of the most precise, improbable resistance victories on Balmorra. They're legendary.
Sounds like you admire them, Lieutenant.
I've marveled at their tactical exploits, that's all. It will be a bright day on Balmorra when they are eliminated. One final thing. The investigator that the Jedi sent has been concentrating her activity around the arms factory. I have her under minute-by-minute surveillance. If she becomes a problem, I'll contact you on your comlink.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm on top of it. I will be here to salute you when the Balmoran Arms Factory is a smoking husk, my lord.
Factory is under attack. Headquarters has been breached and casualties are severe.
Keep your wits, Captain. What do we know of the enemy?
Target is carving a bloody path in this direction. Unconfirmed reports suggest it's Sith.
Consider them confirmed.
Commander, contact confirmed. The enemy is Sith. Repeat, the enemy is...
I can see that, Captain. Shut up.
Sith, I know why you're here. Be aware that these are the finest troops I've commanded in all my decades of duty.
Consider me warned.
Captain Elgin, engage at will and hold the line. I'm coming with reinforcements. Right on out.
You're about to find out what we're made of.
Your commander will be too late.
We've killed Sith before. I'm sure he'll understand if we've already left to celebrate.
You're not very funny.
I'll have time to laugh later. Men, attack! The commander. He should have been here by now.
Your commander is an Imperial spy.
You lie. Please, it can't be.
Must you rub it in, Sith?
Would you like me to rub it in?
Commander, no. Tell me what the Sith says isn't true.
I'm sorry, Captain Elgin. All these years I've been a loyal soldier of the Empire.
No. can't believe...
It's unfortunate they were on the wrong side. They were excellent soldiers and exceptional men.
Why didn't you convert them to our cause?
I followed Barris's orders to the letter. Recruitment was never my purpose here. I serve for the glory of the Empire, but the life of a spy is a slippery one. In essence, I had to become a Republic soldier, and I've done things against the Empire that have sickened me.
But for the greater good, Commander.
I have lived believing, hoping that was the case, my friend. Today was inevitable. I knew Lord Barris would eventually have to eliminate me, but I'm proud to have been of service all this time.
I'm honored to be the one to kill you.
Before I embrace my end, there is one thing I must know. My son. He was the only thing in the world that was truly mine, and in love or weakness, I told him my secrets. I know you had to cover my tracks, but please tell me, did he face his fate well?
Better if I spare you the details.
I feared as much. Thank you for being delicate. When they find my corpse, there must be evidence of a valiant fight. We must make this look convincing, Sith. So I will not hold back. I will fight you as though you are my mortal enemy.
I'd have it no other way.
Then arm yourself. Tell Lord Barris it has been my great honor to serve him.
My lord, I believe we've got trouble. I heard your entire conversation with Commander Rylorn.
You have my attention.
I told you that I've had the Jedi investigator surveilled and that she's been snooping around the arms factory. Apparently she bugged Rylorn's quarters, and as she listened in on your conversation, I heard what she heard. The investigator knows everything, my lord.
That is the worst possible news, Lieutenant.
All is not lost, my lord. She was heading to her ship, but I had my men move in and cut her off from the Republic landing bay. I am systematically blocking her avenues of transmission and escape, herding that Republic scum to her only hope, the spaceport at Sobrik.
How does she expect to survive an Imperial spaceport?
My men report that she's wielding a lightsaber, my lord. This investigator is a Jedi Knight. Unless you stop her, she's more than capable of fighting her way through the spaceport and commandeering a ship. I'll be able to delay the Jedi long enough for you to engage, but I advise caution when facing her.
Being careful is what got us into this mess.
I see your point, my lord. I will gather my remaining men and meet you at the spaceport. We will crush this Jedi.
You're too late, Sith. I already transmitted the conversation between you and Commander Rylon to the Jedi Council. Nomen Karr has his proof. Now Master Karr and his Padawan will track down and expose every Sith agent in the galaxy.
You won't be around to see it.
I will not fall today. Not to you. My intentions and motivations are clear, as is my mind. I have purity of purpose. I seek neither thrills nor satisfaction. Unlike you, I am calm.
Unlike me, you're about to be dead.
If you persist in this aggression, I shall be forced to strike you down. The dark side shall fail you, Sith. Save yourself, surrender, and the Jedi Council will give you every opportunity to discover redemption.
I would rather be dead.
Attack me, and you will be. Your victory means nothing. The damage has been done. The proof has been transmitted. So deal the death blow, Sith. I am at peace, knowing that the greater good has been served.
I hate to burst your bubble, Jedi. No, that's a lie. I'm reveling in it. I intercepted your transmission. The Jedi know nothing.
You just earned your pay, Lieutenant.
I'm only doing my job, my lord. I had her monitored and screened the entire time. There was never any risk at all.
Gloat all you like. It means nothing. I remain at peace. And Nomen Karr and his Padawan will still defeat you.
I'm impressed with your fortitude, Jedi.
The Force and the Jedi way give me a sense of something larger than myself. I am resigned. Strike me down. I offer no further resistance.
I'm not going to object if you want to die.
There is no death. There is the Force.
How bizarre. She just closed her eyes and accepted death.
Bizarre indeed.
No matter. The threat is ended. Lord Barris will be anxious to learn what became of this. When you're ready, I'll contact him from my office.
I'm anxious to get off this planet.
Excellent. I'll go prepare. I'll be waiting in my barracks. It's not my place, Lord Barris. I leave that for your apprentice to convey.
Then step aside, Lieutenant. My apprentice has arrived. Nice of you to join us. Quinn refuses to update me, insisting the privilege be yours. I assume the Jedi investigator has been stopped.
Quinn killed her transmission, and I killed her.
Your carelessness created a crisis, but since you quelled it, we can move on. I had hoped to avoid confronting the Jedi, but our hand was forced. What matters most is that Rylon can no longer be exposed. And how would you assess Lieutenant Quinn's contribution?
Lieutenant Quinn is an exceptional officer. I couldn't have done it without him.
High praise indeed. Quinn, I believe you have sufficiently repaid the debt owed to me. I'm putting you up for a captaincy and transmitting an executive order allowing you to station wherever you choose. You are dismissed.
Thank you, Lord Barris. If my actions benefit the Empire, they benefit me. I would have done the same regardless of our past. My lord, before I depart, it's been my extreme honor to serve you. You are the epitome of everything the Empire stands for.
The honor has been mine, Lieutenant.
Until we meet again, I salute you, my lord.
He will have his hands full. There are powerful Imperials dedicated to keeping him down. But if Quinn can overcome them and rise to the station he deserves, there is great hope for our Imperial allies.
If given the opportunity, he will excel.
By the way, it's not worth worrying about. Quinn's affairs are a speck compared to what we face. Your presence on Balmorra is no longer needed. Return to your ship when you're ready to leave. I'll contact you there.
So, we're leaving, right? On to our next exercise in domination and destruction?
I only dominate and destroy as a last resort.
Yeah, right. You must have a short list of resorts then. Well, I hope the next place we end up has a beach. Have you ever heard of Nock Drayen? Pirate. Terrified the criminal world for a few decades.
He destroyed the Wrath Cartel and the Vandalhelm Combine in some giant power grab. Same guy?
Yeah, same guy. Weird to think of him that way. Nock Drayen was the most famous killer in the galaxy. But he set me free. I was still slaving it up for Three Eyes when he crossed Nock. Or maybe he just had something Nock wanted. I never did ask.
Did any of the gang survive the encounter?
You mean anyone that wasn't owned as property? No, they did not. I'm still not sure how Nock got his speeders into the camp. One minute they weren't there, and then they were. He was ruthless, but not a thug, you know? Sort of a pirate prince. Freed all the slaves, and told them they could join up, or go their own way.
I assume you saw the opportunity for plunder and seized it.
Well, I wasn't gonna go wander off on whatever waste of a planet we were on. I was the smallest on the crew, and mining had taught me to fit in tight spaces. Nock's crew showed me how to steal. For a long time, I didn't feel bad about stealing. So much had been taken from me.
Even the small action of taking gave you control of your life. That is everything.
Well, it's a long time ago anyway. Let's get back to work, yeah? Am I missing something? Let's go do something else, yeah? You are sort of insane. You know that, don't you?
What?
What did I do? What? Are you worried I'll leave you?
My lord, I hope you don't find my appearance here obtrusive. I beg an audience.
I will always welcome you, Quinn.
It pleases me to know that, my lord. As you know, Lord Barris enabled my reassignment anywhere I choose. It is an evolution I've longed for and assumed would never come. Aiding your mission on this planet has reawakened the ambition I began my career with, to make the most profound impact possible for the Empire.
Welcome back to life, Quinn.
That is how it feels, my lord. I cannot think of a more glorious and honorable way to make a difference in the galaxy than to serve you. I'm here to pledge myself to you. I'm ready and willing to serve in whatever capacity you see fit.
An intriguing idea, Quinn.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued, I could yawn.
You always keep me laughing, Ved.
My lord, if given the chance, I know I will prove myself to you. I'm a top-notch pilot, military strategist, and a deadly shot. I can fly this ship, plan your battles, assess your enemies, and kill them. You won't find a more tireless and loyal subject. I offer my military prowess and dedicate every ounce of my strength to your cause.
I would be pleased to have you, Quinn.
The pleasure will be mine. Thank you, my lord. I will submit my reassignment papers as we depart.
Apprentice, I see you are ready to put Balmorra behind you. Good. The elimination of Commander Rylon grants security to my spy network, but there is still more to be done.
I won't disappoint you.
You haven't yet, but every new challenge offers the chance of failure. Now, before I unleash you on Noman Karr and his Padawan, you must eliminate my spy on Nar Shaddaa. Head there immediately.
My lord, I have settled into my quarters and fully acquainted myself with the ship. I am at your disposal.
I want you on a persistent state of alert, Captain.
I won't disappoint, my lord. I am fully trained in all aspects of operating this vessel. I can navigate and pilot it to perfection.
Get to your station, then.
Right away, my lord.
You wish to speak?
Yes, my lord. I wanted to update you on the condition of your ship. It has responded extremely well to my optimizations. I'm pleased to report that we are operating at peak efficiency.
I'm glad to hear it. Keep up the good work.
I fully intend to, my lord.
If there are deficiencies you see, or suggestions you have about my operations and missions, I want you to speak up.
I will make such things clearly known. You can count on me. Permission to speak freely, my lord?
Go ahead, Captain.
There's a reason I was languishing on Balmorra before you arrived. A decade ago, I served under Moff Broysk at the Battle of Druckenwell. Moff Broysk made a critical oversight that brought the fleet to the brink of complete defeat. I ignored his order and turned the tide to victory.
Then you are to be commended.
That's not how the Moff saw it. Broysk took credit for the reversal, which is fine. But then he court-martialed me. Darth Barris assigned me to Balmorra, or my career would have been over. Moff Broysk has blocked every transfer and promotion I've been up for since.
I have no tolerance for fools like this Moff.
I could say more about him, my lord, but my point is made. I serve you now, I have no regrets. I'll return to my duties.
Apprentice, I see you've landed on Nar Shaddaa. It is, I'm afraid, the armpit of the galaxy.
Why do you say that?
Nar Shaddaa is a planet of frivolity and distraction. Gambling, spice, rampant black market and gang territory disputes. But you are there to eliminate my spy, Agent Delicon. Normally it would be a trifling task, but Delicon has acquired a powerful ally.
Why am I killing one of our own?
Delicon was my spy on Nar Shaddaa, who fell under Republic scrutiny thanks to Noman Karr's Padawan. He's smart and figured I would kill him, so he sought asylum with a rival there, Lord Rathari, an upstart among the Sith who openly disrespects me. Rathari prefers a more blunt approach. The Dark Council has granted him dominion over Sith interests on Nar Shaddaa.
This Rathari and I might have a lot in common.
If he continues to cross me, he will soon be dead. I doubt you want to have that in common. Agent Delicon knows much about my organization. I cannot have Rathari in possession of such a resource. Burn Rathari to the ground. Destroy everything he's working for. And kill Agent Delicon.
Sounds like my kind of fun.
Haladrel Setson runs my slave operation on Nar Shaddaa. She has been a valued operative for many years. She is ready to receive you and can fill you in on Rathari's movements and interests. That is all.
Finally, real civilization. Come on, I'll show you the sights.
Sweet talk me all day, darling. The exchange is moving in on this operation of yours. No amount of sugar gonna change that.
Believe me, you're going to prefer the sugar to the spice. Take one step closer and there'll be 24 Sith surrounding you.
24? That's a dead giveaway, darling. You got none.
These are your last breathing moments.
Now what you say, Big Shot?
Ha! We've been trained to handle Sith. Kinda glad we get to show off. Kill the Sith.
You have a flair for dramatic entrances. I probably could have handled that, but I'm grateful for your timing. You're the apprentice Darth Baras prepped for me, yes?
What exactly did he tell you about me?
Baras told me why you're here and how I can help. He neglected to tell me how dashing you are.
And Baras failed to tell me what an alluring woman you are.
Well, well. A Sith with a beating heart? Haladrel Setson. So you're here to take out Lord Rathari. Won't be easy. He usually just appears, devastates, then disappears. You'll have to draw him out. He's been making some major power plays, and disrupting them will get his attention.
Sounds like a plan.
Baras trusts me for a reason. First, Rathari's been strong-arming the Hutt cartel. From what I hear, they're close to signing over some important territories to him. He and his apprentice Giric are in conference with the Hutts at cartel headquarters. If you burst in...
Rathari would be none too pleased.
Neither would the Hutts. The cartel is an Imperial ally. Rathari can't just beat on them. He has to play diplomat. Unfortunately, the same applies for you. If things turn violent between you and the Hutts, better if there's no one left to identify you.
I'll do my best to keep the peace with our allies.
The other possibility won't carry as many restraints. When all this intrigue is over and Rathari is a memory, maybe we can get to know each other better.
That will definitely be in order.
I look forward to it. I have a feeling you and I will get along real well. I've got a shipment of slaves to send out, but I'll be here if you need me. Good luck, my lord. The Hutt cartel is likely to give in to Rathari's demands any minute. I hope you're in time to stop them.
You would be wise to bend to the great Lord Rathari's will. Sign over the specified territories before he loses his patience.
I knew Hutts were spineless, but who knew they were gutless too?
I'll tell you who this is. This is the apprentice of an over-the-hill Sith named Darth Baras. Yes, that's right. My master and I anticipated your arrival.
Where is your master, Worm?
I am Lord Rathari's proxy in dealing with the cartel, and I will be his sword arm dealing with you.
I'm here to make sure the cartel doesn't become Rathari's pawn. If you're stupid enough to stand against me, then you will die today.
Cha porko udmangisa mitisa rota gopara. Tataminchi staluka ubaziki tanti ruha. Porweni maka kisorife opa utaguta.
You're wasting your time. Just die.
Itunamo ubanjoralipa istingo o. Wanchikospa tuta ulya.
Our alliance begins with the death of Barris's slave. Attack! Impossible. Lord Rathari will still be you and your master's downfall.
Find some self-respect, worm.
Yes, that is exactly what I intend to do. I die by my own hand, not yours.
Word spread through the streets that Rathari's conference with the Hutts was invaded and his apprentice killed. No one knows who slaughtered the Hutts, so I'm very impressed. The Empire's alliance is intact. It's too bad Rathari wasn't in attendance. But man, I bet he's fuming.
I'm sure our message was heard loud and clear.
Rathari is also on the verge of taking over the Republic's base of operations in the upper industrial sites. With his work with the cartel dashed, he's sure to pour himself into squashing the Republic garrison.
I'll keep banging down doors until I find him.
I love a man who's tenacious. Even if Rathari isn't there, when his operations are all thwarted, I know he'll come to you. A confrontation will be inevitable.
Men, fall back. Rally here. My lord, what is the meaning of this? We are on the verge of striking a major blow to the Republic. I am General Cligton, commanding on the authority of Sith Lord Rathari, appointed to Nar Shaddaa by the Dark Council. Why do you attack the Empire's men?
Where is your master hiding?
He is attending to other matters. You belong to Darth Baras. I was given instructions to destroy you if you were foolish enough to show your face here.
Let me save you the trouble.
Full attack!
Sir, the Sith's strength has been spent obliterating our enemy. We should strike while there's a chance.
After that display, Weglin, I believe fighting should be our last resort. Stay back and cover me. Sith, I am Commander Nolan. I'm in charge of this defensive. I'm unarmed.
You risk much approaching me weaponless.
I doubt that a blaster would save me. We do not wish a fight, but we also cannot relinquish this area. What are your terms?
You live only by my good grace. I may have need of you someday, and you will repay my mercy.
Very well. If your mission does not conflict with Republic interests, I pledge to help you. Here is my holofrequency. I will answer your call. You have my word. Until we meet again, Sith. Men, the battle is ended. Attend to the wounded.
My lord, my base! My base is under attack! The last of my men and I are holed up in the command center, but the doors are about to give!
I'll be right there, Haladrel. Try to hold on.
Doing the best I can, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Ah! The command center's been breached. I've never seen such power. Oh no.
It's clear Darth Baras failed to inform you exactly who you'd be crossing. This demonstration should make up for that deficiency. You want Agent Delicon. You want me. I won't be hard to find anymore. I'm on the roof of the satellite platform in network access. If you dare show, I will grant you a duel to the death. Be honored.
He's a moron if he thinks we're gonna walk into such an obvious ambush. Right?
You can stay and hide here if you're afraid.
Not afraid, just want to be smart. Hey, what about calling that Republic commander guy you saved before? He owes you.
I had a feeling you'd call, Sith. Can't say I'm looking forward to this.
You should be pleased to wipe the slate clean between us, Commander.
Believe me, I am. I just don't relish being obligated to do my enemy's bidding. The soldier pays his debts. Tell me what must be done.
Lord Rathari, I presume. Finally, we come face to face.
Ah, you showed. You lack your master's caution. I applaud that. Delicon, Barris's lackey is here. So, say your piece, and do it before I kill this would-be assassin.
Barris is insane and paranoid. I was a faithful servant and my cover was intact. Did he expect me to accept being murdered for reassurance? Just wait for death?
You knew the risks of the job when you took it.
And how to avoid them. Lord Rathari protects me now, and all of Barris's secrets will be his.
In 100 years, when I am legendary within the Sith, your and Barris's deaths at my hands will not even be a footnote. However, I would never lower myself to duel a mere apprentice such as you. You haven't earned the honor.
I'm ready to kill you, however you choose to engage me.
You are every bit as infuriating as your master. These men are my elite guard, trained to take on Sith. Half of them could kill you, but I don't like to play favorites.
In that case, I'll destroy them all.
Now, men! Attack!
So, you brought your own army to the fight. Even better. Kill everyone! I yield. Never have I witnessed such raw power. The day and the planet are yours. I freely pass the scepter. The threat Delicon posed to you and your master has died with him. I hope it ingratiates me in some way.
I was looking forward to doing that myself.
You are above such trifling tasks. Let others like myself do such deeds for you. It's clear to me now. Someday you will rise above your master. It is you, not I, who will be Darth Barris's end. Grant me mercy, so I may live to see it. Honor me with some small hand in it.
I make you my minion to be called into service when I see fit.
Yes, I shall wait with patience for your summons. I leave you to your business, my lord. Remember, I am at your disposal, whenever you may seek to topple Barris.
I may call on you. I may not.
I will live out my days, hoping for the chance.
All right, Sith. Now no one's left but you and me and my men. Your objective has been met. May we go.
You have served me well, Commander. Leave in peace.
All right, men. You heard the Sith. Let's get back to our neck of the woods.
Glad this is finally over. Maybe we can go back to the ship and get off this rock, huh?
You haven't enjoyed Nar Shaddaa vet?
What's to enjoy? So dark and scummy? Ugh, gives me the creeps. I just can't wait to get back to my quarters and grab some shut-eye.
You have done well, my apprentice. Delicon eliminated, and Lord Rathari dispelled. This will be a day long remembered. The loss of Haladrel Sitson is unfortunate, but the ends far justify the means.
She served you honorably, Master.
I had a soft spot for her as well. You have successfully eliminated both of my compromised agents. The time has come to set our sights on Noman Carr and his gifted Padawan. It seems our adversary is of like mind. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Noman Carr has been busy.
I wouldn't expect him to be complacent.
Good. Then you're less likely to be caught unaware. It appears your ship is being tracked. A very sophisticated sensor is reporting your every movement. I've traced the signal to a spaceport in a sector not far from you. I'm sure Noman Carr is involved.
It seems likely.
I've sent the coordinates to your mainframe. Head there immediately, dock with the station, and make a lasting impression.
What seems to be the trouble, Hirosho? Tell me why you're so concerned.
Master Carr, you promised we would be undetected, but the ship we've been tracking for you is here.
Calm your fear, Hirosho. It will not serve you. I will speak with your visitor when the time comes.
The time is upon you. I am here. Say your piece.
Okay. You never told me we'd be tracking a Sith.
You were provided the details necessary to perform your duties. Now please, remain quiet. Sith, I presume you are Darth Barris' new apprentice. I am Jedi Master Noman Carr. Do you know me?
Will you be disappointed if I don't?
I have a long history with your master. Barris and I like to keep tabs on each other, so when I heard of a new apprentice, I investigated. These men were merely monitoring the equipment, following orders. There's no need for bloodshed here.
I do not bleed my enemies out of need, Jedi. I enjoy it.
How sobering. Getting this first-hand look at you tells me much. I see no need for further pretense. Let's speak frankly. I know Barris has spies, and I know you were sent to extract 2 of them before they could be exposed. But I'll soon have the proof I need. Barris' spies can't hide for long.
There's no proof to get, Carr. You're deluded.
Don't waste your breath with lies. Hirosho, let me show you why there was no cause for concern. These troopers are among the Republic's finest. Surrender, and the Jedi Council will be lenient.
I find that preposterous.
Then you leave me no choice. Men, take the Sith in, by any means necessary. It seems Darth Barris has found himself a singularly vicious weapon in you. This experience has given me valuable insight. I'll be prepared for you next time, Sith.
I'll wait right here, Carr. Come and face me now.
Jedi do not seek out a fight until we meet again.
Apprentice, now that Noman Carr realizes that we seek his Padawan, there's no time to waste. He claimed the girl on her home planet of Alderaan, and she trained on Tatooine. I have agents on both planets digging up leads. Find the people who know this girl. Someone means enough to her to make her come out of hiding.
I doubt that Jedi will let her out of his sight.
You may be right. But as you close in on his prized pupil, he will be forced to deal with us. I am confident this is how we will prevail. The Padawan's training is incomplete. She is susceptible. The anguish you cause will flush her out, and you will kill her and her master.
Perhaps the Padawan can be turned.
Her power would be a great asset, yes. Put through enough torment, she may reveal her base nature. But we must be cautious. The danger she represents is extreme. As long as she lives, she is a threat. Seduction to the dark side should be left to masters. If there is even a sliver of doubt in your heart, it can backfire.
My heart is immune to doubt.
Don't deny doubt. It can feed as well as any other emotion. You have yet to face a Jedi Master. Their righteousness and passionless demeanor is nauseating. And Noman Carr is no ordinary master. Confronting him, you will find profound fortitude and hate. Or you will falter.
It will be an interesting experience.
Be sure your results are of interest to me. Be off then. Tatooine and Alderaan await. Discover this Padawan's identity and destroy her.
What does family mean to you? I mean, does it have to be the people you're actually related to?
When you are close to people, they become family. Sometimes, whether you want them to or not.
Cute. I'm going to take that as a compliment. When I was working for Noctrayan, doing the pirate thief thing, he had a daughter my age, Risha. It wasn't like Nock was super sweet to her or anything. But he'd call her princess, and I wished I was her.
You've only spoken of a mother and sister. What happened to your father?
Dead, enslaved, disappeared. We never really knew. Maybe that's why I wanted to be Risha. Risha was smart and strong. She knew how to do everything around the ship. And I went everywhere with her. Suddenly I had a sister again. For years it was Risha and me against the galaxy and anyone who gave us grief.
Did you drift apart? Start to fight?
Nothing like that. Eventually, Nock hatched some secret plan that I couldn't be a part of. One that apparently got them both killed. But for a while there, I really was happy. Enough of that.
My lord, I have been working on something in my spare time. You may be interested.
Go ahead, regale me.
Years ago, I was zeroing in on a notorious SIS agent called Valoran, when Moff Broysk recalled me to the Battle of Druckenwell. I had the spy cornered. I briefed Broysk so that he could send someone else to take Valoran out. He ignored the opportunity.
This Moff is starting to sound like a chronic screw-up.
That is not for me to determine. I will say this, though. Since then, Valoran has gone on to wreak havoc against the Empire. One missed opportunity has led to a decade of unnecessary losses. I know Valoran's signature. And by tracking his accomplishments, I've picked up his scent.
It is imperative that you track him down.
Very good, my lord. I'll keep you abreast of my progress.
The sands of Tatooine await you, apprentice. I've gleaned much since our interrogation of the Republic agent here on Dromund Kaas. I am certain Nomen Karr brought this gifted Padawan to Tatooine to train with a legendary master named Yonlock. Years ago, I urged the Dark Council to hunt down and destroy this Jedi. They refused, and Yonlock went into hiding on Tatooine.
Now I have to mop up the Council's mistake.
It won't be the last time. The Dark Council often lacks foresight. Yonlock is the one who brought the Padawan's powers into expression. Now they share a special bond. Find him and destroy him.
Where do you suggest I begin?
My servant Sharrak Biv will guide you. She's eccentric, an acquired taste, but give her the benefit of the doubt.
As you decree, my lord.
That is all.
The harsh sands of Tatooine welcome you. I am Sharrak Breeve. Our Lord and Master Darth Barris bid me to impart my knowledge of this planet and help you track down the Jedi Master Yonlock.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I will be your compass. You will find Master Yonlock by tracing the path the Padawan and her master took. I can tell you where they started. I followed them to the forbidden lair of the ancient sand demon, a terrible beast. The Padawan left her weapons and entered alone. Impossibly, she returned unscathed.
Now you've got my undivided attention.
The sand demon is the fiercest creature on this planet. You don't just walk into its lair and return without a scratch. I investigated further. The beast was there, also undamaged. And what's most perplexing? Its skin was glistening.
That is very confusing. Was it bleeding?
Not blood as from a wound. More like the layer of living gel one is born into the world covered in. What happened in that cave is a mystery, as is where the Padawan and her master went afterwards. There is one man on Tatooine who might be able to explain. Isabeau Jeef. He's as old as the sand. Part madman, part soothsayer.
Tell me more about this man.
They say the planet talks to him. He predicts sandstorms and directs search parties to lost children. It will not be easy to speak with Jeef. The small farming settlement where he lives has been overrun by Exchange thugs. The Exchange hates the Empire for running them out of Mos Ela. They will allow me to pass, but they'll attack you on sight.
Thanks for looking out for me.
I'm invested in seeing you succeed, and I will meet you at Isabeau Jeef's.
The world is weeping, and the tears evaporate in the heat of our sins.
I think you mean from the heat of our suns, Isabeau.
No, child. There is a dark presence, newly arrived on Tatooine.
Ah, Sith. You made it. The hostiles outside were no match for you, I see.
Sorry if I tracked blood in on your floor.
The world is an hourglass, ever being turned. The sands wipe away all traces of the past. You are the Seeker Sharak spoke of. You wish to understand the Jedi's purpose in the lair of the Sand Demon.
You see it correctly.
My eyes may be aged and failing, but my mind sees.
Please, Isabeau, make haste. Tell my friend what you know. I will remain here after to hear your wisdom.
Fine. Gather close. Few are aware that Tatooine was once a place of positive Force energy. Jedi made pilgrimages here to renew and purify. The sands speak of a ritual called the Demon's Blood. This is likely what the Jedi that Sharak witnessed was engaged in.
Explain this ritual.
The Demon's Blood. A Jedi seeking enlightenment would cover himself in fresh Sand Demon blood and enter the village of the Savage Ones. Cowering before the Demon Slayer, the Savage Ones would reveal the path to self-discovery and to that which the Slayer seeks.
Do you mean the Sand People?
Tatooine makes most who come here savage, and the Sand People have been here all along.
Isabeau, as I told you, the girl faced the beast but left it unwounded.
There must be another way to bathe in the beast's blood, but you'll have to discover that for yourself, if you care to. To know where this Jedi girl went, you'll have to perform the ritual yourself, and then see if the Savage Ones speak.
I appreciate your help and insights.
Step lightly on my desert. It has been through so much in its life.
Here are the coordinates you will need. After you face the Sand Demon, I will meet you at the Sand People compound. If the legend is true, and the Sand People have something to offer you, I wish to see it with my own eyes.
First, you must face the demon in his lair, then descend upon the Sand People. Only then will your path become clear.
I'll humor Isabeau while you confront the Sand Demon. Then I will pick up your trail and meet you at the Sand People compound.
Want to hear something hilarious? I'm almost homesick for Korriban. Can we talk for a second? I really don't have a good feeling about this.
I need you focused here, Vet.
Sorry, I just have an irrational aversion to attacking monsters that can swallow me whole. I'm thinking, if the Jedi perform the Demon Blood ritual without a fight, there must be a way we can too. As a favor to me, could we please get through this without mixing it up with the Sand Demon?
We'll see, Vet. I'll try.
That's all I ask. Thank you. Looks like it's showtime. The monster's caught a whiff of us. I'm ready to back you up if it goes badly.
Desert Monster, I stand my ground. I will not run. Look into my eyes, beast. We are one, at peace. The beast sleeps. Now, let us see what transpires.
Gross. This thing went to sleep and shed its skin. It's oozing blood and nastiness all over the place. And the smell. Ugh, Cag, we're gonna stink for days. Ugh, what if it never wears off?
I could cut off your nose if you like.
No. That's alright. I'm sure I'll get used to it. Yeesh. So, let's get out of the stink pit, huh?
You took the words out of my mouth.
Lead the way.
I trailed and observed your descent here. I could not believe my eyes. The Sand People all ran from you. What transpired inside the Sand Demon Cave that makes this so?
I mastered the demon without lifting a finger, and it shed its skin.
Remarkable. And you have bathed in the demon's essence. The Jedi Padawan must have done the same. Now, Isabeau said that this is where your path will be illuminated. But there doesn't seem to be anything here. Wait! On your guard, Offworlder. One of the Sand People approaches.
I will respond in kind.
I've never seen one of the Sand People approach an outsider in peace. This parchment the Sand Person brought is remarkable. It is a crude but very clear map of the desert. It marks a door carved into the wall of the Desert Wound Ravine. But I've mapped this ravine and there is no such door.
If this is where the Padawan went, I must follow.
I shudder to think what awaits you there. The ravine marks the farthest I or anyone I know of has dared venture. Here are the coordinates. I will follow stealthed, using the dune's shadows.
Think first of your own safety, and do not follow if it becomes too harrowing.
Your concern is appreciated. Darth Barris enlisted my services to be scout and lookout, and I intend to do my job. Head deeper into the desert, and you will find the Desert Wound Ravine. Safe journey.
This is either a mirage or a trap set by a nasty underwater monster. Or both.
You have lost your way, Dark One, but I have come to correct your course. I am the embodiment of your greatest potential. I am what you could be if you overcame your fear and walked in the light. It's going to be a shame, ruining your good looks. By embracing the dark, you are already ruining yourself. If you persist down this path, your life will be consumed by paranoia and fear. Betrayal will wait around every corner. You will never know whom to trust. I like it that way, but you might like the alternative better. You see, the dark side seeks to subjugate the Force. It treats the Force as an adversary to be used and manipulated. When you embrace the light, you meld with the Force, become part of it. Then true clarity and peace can be achieved. I have no interest in clarity and peace. Then you are blind to where true power resides. Look at our master. If the dark is so potent, why is Darth Barris deathly afraid of a young girl? Nomen Karr's Padawan is merely a nascent champion of the light, and already she strikes fear into the heart of a dark side master. That's why I'm going to destroy her. If you refuse the light, you must strike me down. Do you have it in you to kill part of yourself? Let's get this out of the way. Come then, take me on. You will discover the light inside you cannot be vanquished. You have proven your way is strong and viable. With this victory, our essence has been purified. In the clarity of this communion, a vision of our destiny on Tatooine appears. Can you see it too? An encampment hidden in the farthest reaches of the desert, past a rock formation called the Forbidden Pass. Tell me more of this. There is no doubt this is where the Padawan went. This is where the Great Master helped her powers become expressed. The image fades. Find the Forbidden Pass and confront Master Yonlock beyond it. Our journey on this planet ends there. Farewell.
I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Did you just tell yourself to venture beyond the Forbidden Pass?
Tell me everything you know about this place.
I am chilled to the bone. The desert beyond the Forbidden Pass is an area that no one can survive. No one! Even the Sand People dare not go. You mustn't go!
Your concern for me is unnecessary.
This is not some silly superstition. Those who go beyond the Forbidden Pass are never seen again. I will not. I cannot follow you there.
You've done enough, Shorak. Thank you.
That is kind of you to say. I told Lord Barris I would see your mission through, but I never imagined it would come to this. With a heavy heart, I give you the location of the Forbidden Pass. I am shamed that my cowardice paralyzes me. I fear I will never see you again.
I'll be fine. I don't plan on dying in this desert.
If you plan to cross the Forbidden Pass, that is exactly what you are doing.
Master Yonlock, the Sith you've been tracking is upon us. Retreat to safety. I will take the intruder on.
No, Yul Li. Control your feelings. Stand at my side. I will face this trespasser. Come no farther, Sith. I have been aware of your pilgrimage here. You are a fascinating and contradictory example of your order. I know why you've come. Master Nomen Karr's Padawan threatens you somehow. You seek to flush her into the open and silence her.
You've figured it out.
I will not allow it. It won't be the cause of her exposure. She came to me for guidance, and the bond we struck was the most profound of my life. We are psychically linked, she and I have already warned her about you. She will not fall for your manipulations.
I assure you, I can be very convincing.
Your will may be great, but hers is greater, and mine is unrelenting. The disparity in our capabilities is equal to the disparity in our age. You cannot win. Turn away now.
I've come too far to stop now.
What does it matter how far you've come, if your life ends here? In me you face a full Jedi Master, and Yul Li has greater command of lightsaber combat than any Jedi Knight I've trained.
Color me nervous. Have we ever faced a full-fledged card-carrying Jedi Master before?
The Jedi have no idea how lethal you are, Vet.
I sense that's a bluff, but no matter. Your compatriot's query is moot, as you will be facing us on your own.
Well done, Master Yonlock. Now please, retreat and let me face the Sith.
Your concern is appreciated, Yul Li, but I did not seize the advantage here to immediately relinquish it.
You don't fight fair, Jedi.
When the stakes are this high, I am bound to do whatever it takes to preserve the Order. Now for the last time, Will you stand down?
I don't respond well to threats.
Enough of this! It's useless to reason with the Sith.
You Li, don't! Blazes, my hand is forced.
Stop! Hold your weapon, Sith! I beg you.
You Li, stay your tongue.
No, she is just a Padawan. You are a great master. I must bargain for your life. Sith, I'll tell you everything I know, if you spare Master Yanlock.
Your devotion is remarkable.
I'm sorry, Master Yanlock. But I must do this. Her name is Jaisa Wilsum, and Nomen Karr has taken her to...
You Li, you have no recollection of the Padawan this Sith seeks.
I have no recollection of the Padawan this Sith seeks.
Now, sleep. I do not relish wiping Yuli's mind like that, but his feelings for me got the better of him.
Don't try that sorcerer's nonsense on me, Jedi.
Believe me, I would, if I didn't sense it would be futile. Jaisa is special, her power unprecedented. If untouched by the likes of you, she has the potential to lead the Jedi to greatness.
You've already failed, old man.
You know Jaisa's name, but that is all you'll get here. So you may as well kill me. I must find tranquility, so Jaisa will sense only peace when you strike me down.
I'll grant you that allowance. Just tell me when you're ready.
You are a surprise, Sith. But if you think allowing me to find peace will make Jaisa susceptible to you, you are mistaken. There is no death. There is the Force. I am ready now.
Be at peace, Master Jedi.
Thank you.
Well, the rumors are true. Being paralyzed is a blast. You put on quite a show. I knew you were good, but,
Hope you enjoyed yourself.
not at all. It was infuriating not being able to wipe the sweat dripping from my nose. So, Sharek said she'd be at the ship. She thought we were done for. Can't wait to see the look on her face.
She will be surprised to see us.
I'll practice my smug look on the way there.
I never expected to see you again. Does this mean you ventured beyond the Forbidden Pass and found Master Yanlock?
The mission is complete.
This is a great lesson. The only barriers that exist are the ones we create in our minds. I will never again assume that I know all there is to know, and I will explore the entirety of the Tatooine Desert without reservation.
Be sure to take care.
I will strike a balance between care and daring. I hope Lord Barriss knows how fortunate he is to have such a fine champion shepherding his cause. I shall never forget you.
I'll remember you fondly as well.
Safe travels, my lord. If you're ever on Tatooine again, come and see me.
Ugh, I hope we never come back to this sandy inferno. It's bad for my complexion.
If we never return here, I won't miss it.
Glad we're on the same page.
You have done admirably, apprentice. Your time on Tatooine was well spent. Nomen Karr's Padawan Jaisa Wilsum no longer enjoys anonymity. I am very pleased.
We haven't found her yet.
This is a lesson I do not need to be taught, youngster. Your handling of Master Yanlock has sent our enemies a clear message. Nomen Karr and Jaisa Wilsum now know they cannot hide. It gnaws at the Master, and will bring his prized Padawan to her knees.
I cannot wait to get my hands on them.
I believe that moment is rushing toward us. Only Alderaan remains. Jason Wilson's homeworld. Go there immediately. I will contact you when you arrive.
You know, I never thought much about being a Twi'lek when I was younger. Even on Ryloth, there were lots of other types of people. As far as I could tell, people like me were just the ones who made the best slaves. Wasn't much to be proud of, you know?
Not having role models can make identity complicated.
You really surprise me sometimes. So mature. Not really what I'm used to. When I left Noct Draen's gang, I joined up with a group of Twi'lek artifact hunters. They were all young too, full of fire and Twi'lek pride, out trying to recover our heritage.
So it wasn't just about stealing anything they could get their hands on. They wanted Twi'lek historical pieces.
Well, sometimes they took other jobs to pay the bills. But it really was about returning Twi'lek artifacts to Twi'lek owners. I made friends in the new gang, but it wasn't until we did our first job together that we were family. There was this rich Dur scumball, Kata Bliss. Obsessed with Twi'lek women, artifacts, clothes, anything. We took him for everything he was worth.
That's quite a haul. I assume your little gang lived well for a while.
Not really. The Twi'lek groups who bought the artifacts weren't exactly rich. But we survived. Anyway, we were flying high. Did a couple more jobs together. Then came Korriban. And I guess you know how that ended up.
Apprentice, I see you've touched down on Alderaan, Jason Wilson's home planet where Nomen Karr found her. Excellent. You will discover everything you can about this Padawan and destroy everyone she loves there.
It is a certainty.
I hope your results will confirm your confidence. Unfortunately, with the civil war for the Alderaanian throne raging, your contact, Duke Kendo of House Thule, has become unreliable. Kendo was supposed to find Jason Wilson's family for you, but it seems he's distracted. You must undistract him.
Why don't I just kill him?
No doubt someday the man's usefulness will be exhausted, but today is not that day. Kendo is a political creature. The consequences of failing me are abstract for him. Once they are made concrete, he'll cooperate. You'll find him in the House Thule executive chambers. Make haste.
A piece of prime real estate. The Thules built until they ran out of room, huh?
You lack patience, Duke Kendo. There are standard procedures that must be adhered to.
Your disregard for our family rules is appalling. You are an abomination. Goodbye, cousin.
Fools. They won't be feeling much of anything for long.
Duke Kendo, Darth Baras sent me.
What? You're not on my schedule. I don't appreciate being interrupted. Baras isn't even on my radar, Sith. I have a war to wage and personal ambitions to achieve here.
I'm here to adjust your radar.
A threat? You see these Sith I have attending me? Your corpse will be my message to your master. Femres, make this intruder a distant memory, will you?
I'm sorry, Duke Kendo. We are assigned to protect you and support your interests in the struggle for Alderaan. But we serve the Emperor first, and we will not cross Darth Baras, or his apprentice.
It's good to know some people have respect.
We consider you an ally, friend.
Okay. That was unexpected. It seems I may have been hasty regarding your master's needs. How can I make amends?
You can start by bowing to me, too.
Of course. Consider it a small demonstration of my repentance. I pledge the same level of focus that had me so absorbed in my own work. I pledge myself to your directives, and as I aid you, perhaps you'll be moved to help me in mine.
We'll see. Time will tell.
I am focused and at your service. As I recall, Darth Baras wanted information on a young Alderaanian girl who was taken off-planet to train with Jedi Master Nomen Karr. I was to locate her family, so that you could, well, send the girl a message.
For your sake, I hope you were successful.
The truth is, information about this girl is difficult to come by. I managed only one lead. Nomen Karr's Padawan fits the description of the former handmaiden of a noblewoman in House Alder named Lady Renata. I've questioned her already, but Renata is protected by House Alder's greatest champion. The man has never met his match in melee.
There's nothing I can't handle.
If I may, once you've eliminated her protector and gotten what you need, I would personally be very indebted if you'd arrange to have Lady Renata brought to us for questioning.
Don't tell me what to do.
I apologize if that sounded like a declaration. It was simply a request. While House Alder is a small player on Alderaan, it is affiliated with House Organa. Therefore, Lady Renata's estate is in hostile territory and very well defended. Be cautious.
Caution is for worms like you.
I won't argue with you there. I do hope to see you soon. Until then...
My lady, we have intruder.
Lady Renata, I seek the family of your former handmaiden, Jaisa Wilson.
What's this nonsense you're spouting? I don't know what you're talking about.
Lady, let me kill this Sith like the last one Duke Kendo sent.
Windred, you don't need my permission to kill an enemy that comes barging through my door. Make it fast.
Let me save you the trouble.
This Sith faster than last one. Lady, sorry.
This can't be. I'm sorry I ordered him to kill you, Sith. I hope you don't hold it against me. You see, I've been fending off Duke Kendo's advances for some time, and I just assumed you were here for him. If you're not working for the Duke, I'll gladly cooperate. You mentioned a girl, yes? Jaisa someone?
Jaisa Wilson. Kendo told me she used to be your handmaid.
Kendo is a liar. I was aware of the young handmaiden who left Alderaan with the Jedi Master. And I did hear the name Jaisa Wilson, but you're mistaken. I didn't know her. The girl never served me.
Lying to me would be a very big mistake.
Duke Kendo will be able to discover if she's lying. The Duke congratulates you on your impressive venture into House Alde. I'm here to take the fair lady to him.
No! Don't let him take me to that pig! I do know who the girl worked for. I'll tell you all I can, if only you'll keep me from Duke Kendo.
You have my attention.
Then we are agreed. Good. Before she left with the Jedi, Jaisa Wilson was the handmaiden of Giselle Organa of House Organa. They were inseparable. Before the war, Giselle was an aristocrat like myself. Now she leads the Organan troops against House Ulgo.
Where exactly is this Giselle Organa?
Her headquarters are somewhere on the front line.
The Duke will know where to find Giselle Organa, and how to reach her. If you let me deliver Lady Renata to him, I'm sure Kendo will happily shed light on the situation for you.
The lady isn't going anywhere.
Thank you. It's good to know some Sith have a sense of honor.
Fine. As I said, I will not oppose you, nor will I defy your decision here. I meant what I said. I'm sure Kendo can help you find and confront Giselle. You should consult with him on it.
Be sure he's prepared when I get there.
Of course, friend. I will see you at House Thul.
Despite the destruction you caused, I hold you in high esteem, Sith. I only hope you make that worm Kendo pay for misleading you. Take nothing he says at face value.
I appreciate your advice.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Goodbye.
I heard you decided not to allow Fimres to bring the Lady Renata to me. I am most disappointed.
Don't cry too hard. You'll get over it.
You don't know me very well. By denying my claim to Renata, you certainly aren't providing me much incentive to help you. Where's my motivation?
I suspect self-preservation is incentive enough. Or maybe I should just kill you.
Consider me motivated. So, Fimres tells me the lead was fruitful. Although Lady Renata was not the Gold's mistress, she knew who was. Giselle Organa. I should say, General Giselle Organa. Now you have to track her down, which poses a bit of a problem.
If you can't solve the problem, you should be afraid.
Well, I'd better come up with a solution, then. Giselle Organa leads the Organa War against House Ulgo. Her headquarters is protected by an impenetrable force field. No firepower can breach it. The force field allows Giselle and her advisors to be stationed very close to the front and maintain a more hands-on command.
I grow impatient for an answer, Kendo.
These things can't be rushed. Unless... Yes. Wait. I think I have it. A force field needs power to maintain itself, yes? So, if we manage to cut the power... And I bet I know exactly where Giselle is getting her juice. If I'm right, you could just walk through the front door.
Sounds very promising.
Almost all the power on Alderaan is supplied by the planetary generator. Giselle must be piggybacking the system to power her force field. Several of my fellows do this to maintain their special security needs. A precise charge at the generator will force fail-safes to fire. The planet won't miss a beat, but ancillary systems like Giselle's force field will have to be manually reset, which could take some time.
What do you think of this plan?
Me? Wow, you want my opinion? Cool. I'll tell you, I just don't trust this guy.
What a charming creature you are. Believe me, this is the only way to gain access to the Organa headquarters. Fimres, fetch a 7/7 detonator from my arms cabinet there, and give it to our friend.
As you wish.
The Alderaan power generator is located above the Strait Valley, and it boasts the planet's most advanced security systems. You'll have to fight your way in, set the charge, then fight your way out before the boom. It won't be easy.
Are you trying to make me angry?
Forgive me. Just seeking to prepare you the best I'm able. Once you've detonated the generator, you'll still have to wade through Giselle's surrounding army and invade her headquarters before her force field is reset. I'll be eagerly tracking your progress. Good luck.
Our standing army outside is being wiped out. Someone or something is on its way here.
My technicians almost have the force field reset, but we're still a sitting duck.
There have been several assassinations of House Thule officials, whose security systems were down by the generator explosion. In my opinion, House Ulgo is behind all this.
Your opinion is about to change. I'm here for information on Jaisa Wilson's family.
Intruder!
Giselle, get behind me.
None of you panic. I'll handle this. Sith, did I hear you right? You've perpetrated all this in search of my former handmaiden?
I doubt you would have taken my call.
It might have worked. I'm a practical woman. You have decimated my forces outside. They were to be deployed to secure a part of my front that's about to fall. Now I have no reinforcements. You seek information only I have, and my front needs bolstering. Perhaps we can help each other.
I'll kill your entourage one by one until you give me what I want.
Go ahead. I'm not a commander with a soft heart. My actions are always dictated by the big picture. Kangrel, Prin, and Blanks knew the risks of serving a general. It will be a waste of effort to kill them. Even if you destroy my flea of a servant, you'll still get nothing from me, unless you agree to defend my front from Ulgo.
I will not back down.
This isn't working, Sith. I am not so easily broken.
No, stop! Please! Blanks is my lover. I'll tell you everything. Just please don't kill him! Jaisa Wilson's parents are servants in Castle Organa. They are stationed in the central tower. Here, take this. It's a passkey that will gain you entry to their chamber. Just please stop choking Blanks.
It will be more satisfying to kill you.
I should have known better than to strike a deal with you.
You killed them all. And my beloved Giselle? Why? She gave you what you wanted.
It's in my nature.
Giselle should have known better. I am misery. If it gives you pleasure to cause such anguish, get an eyeful and then leave. You have what you came for. Each breath will be painful from here on out.
Time to hit House Organa itself, huh? Sure hope you know what you're doing.
General Jessel's warning was true. The Sith has come for us.
Men, rally around me. The fight is upon us.
I didn't think a single assailant could make it through Castle Organa's defenses all the way here to us.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Consider yourself warned, Sith. You will not harm Parvin and Gregor Wilson. I vow it.
Try to stop me, and you die.
Please, if we really are the cause of all this death, I want to know why.
Fine. Say your piece, Sith. I'm not going anywhere. And I will protect them, no matter what.
Sit tight, Jedi. I'll be with you shortly.
Please, no more bloodshed. If there's something you want from us, I'm willing to listen.
Gregor, this has to do with Jaisa. I just know it.
Yes, I'm here because of your daughter.
I knew she shouldn't have gone with the Jedi. Now the Empire is hunting her. Sith, Jaisa was our life. She was going to marry Organa nobility so that we would no longer have to be servants.
When she left, we sacrificed that dream. We don't know anything about Jaisa now. We were told we would probably never see her again. We are mere servants. What could you want with us?
You will be my message to Jaisa.
You just want us to give her a message?
No, Gregor. It's our deaths that will be a message to Jaisa.
Listen to your wife, Gregor Wilson. Her explanation is very likely the truth.
Please, Sif, is there any way to inspire you to spare us?
Nothing springs to mind.
No! I've never seen a Sith kill that way so quickly. I had no time to intervene. My confidence and ego made me lax and led to their deaths. My failure will only be remedied by bringing you to justice.
Only your rage can defeat me. Unleash it.
Yes. My shame must be eradicated.
Apprentice. The Sith Fenris who attends Duke Kendo was able to patch me through to you directly. Excellent. I am seeking an update. News of your search for Jaisa Wilson's family has reached me, and I am quite concerned.
No need to be concerned. I've killed her parents.
Ah, I see. It appears I have been misinformed about your status. Then all is well. Good. No doubt the Padawan is twisting with grief. You eclipse my greatest hopes for you, and prove you belong at my side. Which makes my susceptibility to Duke Kendo's gossip about you all the more foolish.
Are you going to tell me what that maggot said, or not?
First off, Kendo said that you set an explosion that caused the death of several Thule dignitaries.
That was his doing, not mine.
It must be politically advantageous for him to disavow his role in such a thing. Kendo also said that you had the general of Organa's military forces at your mercy, and you spared her, suggesting that you're a traitor.
That is a lie. I killed the general.
I sense no tremor of deceit in you. All that matters to me is that your mission is complete. For whatever reason, the man has taken it upon himself to slander you. I have no further use for Duke Kendo. Punish him however you please. If it were me, he'd pay severely.
I'm interested to hear what he has to say for himself.
Do what you will, but quickly. Until we destroy the threat of Jason Wilson, nothing else is important. Goodbye, apprentice.
Ah, come in. I heard of your success, and I'm so very pleased for you.
You told Barris I murdered your rivals, and you called me a traitor.
Oh, I see. How awkward for me. Allow me to explain. I realized when you blew up the power generator, several of my rivals would be exposed, so I seized the opportunity to eliminate them. I had company when I was speaking with your master, and I needed to keep my fellow house members blind to my maneuvering.
That is a lie. You contacted Barris yourself, alone.
Lying to me was your last mistake.
I only wanted Barris to know that I was looking out for him. It was harmless. I knew you would succeed, and all Barris would care about was that. Please don't kill me. Fimres, you and your men are assigned to me. If I am attacked, you must defend.
If Darth Barris's apprentice decides you die, we will not intercede.
Kendo's going to die. You can count on that.
It will be a pleasure to be relieved of this assignment. Can we help at all?
I want you to kill him, Fimris.
As you wish.
You were supposed to protect me!
He was a sad and twisted waste of space. Serving him was torture.
I can imagine.
Now we report back to our master on the council. We will be paying attention to your exploits. Farewell.
You crushed Alderaan under your boot, apprentice. I am incredibly impressed. The planet will feel the sting for years to come.
I savored the destruction.
Yet all this is merely prelude. Nomen Karr's Padawan can no longer hide in anonymity. I am pleased. By rooting out this Jason Wilson's parents, you have reached across the galaxy to strike a sharp blow at our enemies. Every lead followed perfectly, every planet ravaged. Our adversary is growing antsy, I can feel it. Expect news soon. Barris out.
My lord, I thought it prudent not to interrupt Darth Barris. We received a recorded transmission. It is queued when you are ready.
Sith, I'm Jason Wilson. My master, Nomen Karr, has no idea I'm sending this message. Let's be real. We both know this isn't about us.
Ah, the hunted seeks the hunter.
Our masters pretend otherwise, but this is personal. You and I are only pawns in their private war, and those I care about are caught in the middle. It has to stop.
Wow, gotta give it to her. She sure got guts.
She certainly does.
I appreciate directness. Your brutal actions have my attention, but this passive-aggressive foolishness is intolerable. This message includes coordinates where I'll be waiting in my ship. Let's discuss this face-to-face. No more nonsense.
What do you think of that, Captain?
It could be a trap, my lord. Noman Carr may have put her up to it.
Hey, don't listen to Captain Paranoid here. I don't think it's a trap. I trust her.
I'll take that under advisement.
The coordinates are set, my lord. We can rendezvous with her ship whenever you give the word.
Well, well. We're going to have to thank Noman Carr after all. The Sith showed.
Stand down, Sith. The Padawan you seek is not here. Master Carr discovered her plan and talked her out of it.
It's not your day. You were expecting one lowly little Padawan to crush. And instead, you get us.
Save yourself some trouble and tell me where she is.
The Sith has a sense of humor. Believe me, Master Carr didn't send us to help you.
I'm Alden. This is Xylix. We are fully trained Jedi Knights and more than your match. You should submit.
Of course, we have yet to encounter a Sith who had the sense to surrender. You all seem bent on having us destroy you.
Admit it. You'd be disappointed if I gave up.
Not at all. We don't go around picking fights.
I wouldn't trust it if the Sith surrendered. I prefer the sureness of death.
Ha! Keep thinking like that and you'll fall to the dark side before you know it.
Shut your mouth.
Xylix, remain calm. The Sith is just trying to unbalance you. Don't let this get under your skin.
Xylix knows the truth. I think he wants to fall.
Liar! I'm not weak like you. We simply meet force with force.
You are my brother. We are the same. Attack and let us see your true colors.
I won't stand here and be insulted like that.
Xylix, get a hold of yourself.
No! No more talk! You die, Sith!
Ow, that hurts!
What a waste. I had no idea Xylix was so imbalanced. You exposed his weakness so easily.
Xylix would have revealed himself someday.
Perhaps you're right. You've won the day, Sith, so kill me if you must.
Inform Carr I will not be denied. He and his Padawan will fall to me.
Your mercy is unexpected. I'll convey the message.
Apprentice, the timing of this call is fortuitous. I was just about to contact you with news.
The Padawan bade me meet with her, so I went to end this. But 2 of Carr's Jedi friends were waiting instead.
Fascinating. It seems both Master and Padawan have been disturbed by your exploits. I have received a transmission from Noman Carr, calling me out, if you will, challenging me to face him to the death. Our enemy has become desperate.
I'm sure you'll defeat him, Master.
Oh, I have no intention of making the meeting. Carr fails to understand I have outgrown our personal dispute. He expects me to jump at the chance of strangling him. He will be unprepared for you.
Don't you want to vanquish your nemesis yourself?
Noman Carr is just a vehicle to my greater goal. The duel is to happen on Hutta, at the site of Noman Carr's betrayal so long ago. A fitting place for this to end. Defeat him, but do not kill him. His torment will reach out to his Padawan. He will be the bait that brings her to you.
I hope you're right about this.
I can feel Jaisa Wilson on the verge of breaking, and Carr's desperate actions confirm it. Subdue the Master, and the pupil will come to save him. I have foreseen it.
Your presence tells me that my fellows Alden and Xylix must have failed. Pity. Should have known Barriss couldn't be trusted. As a man of my word, I'm here, alone as agreed. Your master shows himself a coward, sending you in his stead.
You sound upset, Master Carr. Angry, even.
Your crusade has affected me, Sith. I'm not blind to that. but I've wandered the line between the dark and the light before. I walked among your master and the Sith. My connection to the light survived them, and it shall survive you.
You can't fool me. Your connection to the light is sputtering.
I find your disruptions unnerving, but don't flatter yourself. I have no choice but to put an end to you, and then all will become calm again. Once you're out of the way, Jason will provide the proof I need to open the Jedi Council's eyes and expose Barris's network of spies.
Come, Car. Let us embrace death and settle this once and for all.
The Force is very strong with you. I must dig deeper.
Release your anger. It's the only way to defeat me.
No! This is not right! Fall! You must fall to me!
I fall to no one.
My wound is mortal, Sith. At least I die knowing you'll never find Jason.
My lord, Darth Barras sent us in case you needed help. Clearly that's not the case. He said Nomen Karr should be kept alive. May we stabilize him?
No. Barras be damned. I want to die. Then Jason will be safe.
I'm not done, Car. You will suffer as no one has ever suffered.
May the Force protect me.
We'll save him, my lord, and then be out of your way in an adjacent chamber. Hurry, men! The Jedi's fading.
Torture me all you like, Sith. The pain only fills me with more hate, more rage. I'm going to kill you. You and your pathetic master are dead. Do you hear me? Dead!
How delightful to hear you spew such venomous thoughts, Jedi. Please continue.
Your smugness is an insult. You're not my better. Unbind me, so I can rip you limb from limb.
Sith! Your men outside let me pass, so I assume I'm expected. Cease your sadistic attacks on my master now.
Jason, no! I told you to stay put. How dare you defy me?
I have long been waiting for this moment.
My sacrifice for nothing! Stupid child! For all your power, you have understood nothing.
What have you done to him, Sith? Has this been inside him all along? No. It can't be. No one can hide such darkness. Somehow you've turned him mad!
Look into your master's heart and see the truth.
Master Karr taught me not to use my power as a crutch, only when it was clearly necessary. I've never brought it to bear on him, but... I sense pride and envy and hate and vengeance? No! What Sith trick is this? I would have known if such darkness resided within him.
That is what the Jedi do. They mask and pretend and hide.
I thought I'd found something I could count on. The Jedi are pure. You're supposed to know where you stand with them, right?
Jason, it's all a trick. Turn your power on the Sith, and you'll see.
Indeed. Let me experience this power of yours firsthand.
Very well, then. So dark. You are awash in vices and cruelty. Anger and greed and malevolence drive your emotions. It is too much to bear.
I told you, foolish child. The fates of your parents and Master Yonlok should have been proof enough.
I'm sorry, Master. I've wandered into a terrible trap. I will do whatever I can to stop this Sith and save you.
Stop me. Lash out and strike me down.
No, Is this more trickery? Do not taunt me, Sith. I will not be played with.
Prove you are right. Destroy me. There is no other way. If not, you and your master die here.
I've warned you.
Wait! What have I done? Jason, no!
Prepare to die, Sith! So frustrating! I cannot defeat you! Was it all lies? Everything? He told me that the light side was stronger, that it was why I could see through the facade of those who were dark. But it's not true. I am no match for you. The dark side is clearly stronger.
You haven't completed your training, Jason. When you have fully communed with the light side of the Force, no Sith will be your match.
Yet you are a master of the light. Why couldn't you beat me?
All my life I've put up with deceit and denial. I thought the Jedi would be different. You've shown me otherwise. You've exposed Master Karr for what he is. It's your power that reveals a person's true nature. The fear you inspire forces truth to the surface. I want that.
You will be my apprentice, and I will teach you the ways of the dark side.
I am honored, my lord. At last, I feel a sense of purpose, something I can count on. What do you wish of me? And what shall we do with Master Karr?
Your first act in my charge is to kill your former master.
You want me to kill him? I'm conflicted about this.
We cannot concern ourselves with the plight of someone such as him.
I see. There is an attractive simplicity to that credo. I'm actually feeling excited at the prospect of killing him.
Jason, the Sith is turning you into a murderer.
It is for the greater good. A principle the Jedi often use to justify their actions, no? It is done, my lord. Nomen Karr is no more.
Let the guilt of this, the exhilaration, the resentment, let it all nourish you.
My emotions are raw, but I have never felt so alive. I have a taste for blood now. I look forward to indulging it with your next command.
I sensed Nomen Karr's death from across the galaxy. I must admit, after all these years, to be rid of him, it has unsettled me a bit.
A worthy adversary is hard to come by.
Don't worry. A good Sith is always cultivating new enemies. I see you have a new passenger. Jason Wilson, I presume.
This is my master, Darth Baras.
Greetings, my lord.
You've endured quite a lot, young one. But you seem to have come through it rather well. Would you agree?
I am very pleased with the outcome.
I sense her devotion to you, apprentice. However did you manage that?
I can be very persuasive.
Marvelous, apprentice. Simply marvelous. There's no denying you are a master of the dark arts now. Only the most accomplished among us are named as lords among Sith. You have more than earned the distinction. I hereby confer the title of Sith Lord upon you.
You honor me.
Through your exemplary service, you honor yourself. I award a considerable stipend to those who attain such a rank in my service. Enjoy it. Now celebrate as you see fit. Then return to me here on Dromund Kaas. I have great plans for us.
Wow, a lord. I'm impressed.
Congratulations, my lord.
I have much higher aspirations.
I will do my best to see you achieve them.
Yeah, what he said. I already prepared Jace's quarters. I'll go ahead and show her to them.
Nice of you to assume some initiative.
I'm here to help. Come on, Jaisa, let's get you set up.
Whenever you need me, my lord, whatever your order, I'll be ready.
As it should be.
So, my lord, now you have the girl. A victory, I dare say, even Barriss failed to anticipate. You've become a Sith Lord, and your power base is growing. Where are your sights set now?
For the time being, we follow orders, but soon we set our sights on the Master.
If my talents can be of help, I hope you will utilize them. I leave you to enjoy this achievement.